All righty. All righty. All right. What do we got there? We got that. We also have this, right? This is the Nuggets. Good stuff. Yo, what's up, Benj? How you doing, man? What is going on? What is up, everybody? My name is Jason Joseph. This is not RB tonight. I am filling in for RB for the next 2 Sixers games. He is away, and I am going to be filling in for him. So I hope that y'all are doing well. You know, don't change that dial, man, because guess what? We're going to rock, we're going to roll, and we're still going to have a lot of fun on here. We are. And just like the Sixers, they're rocking and rolling. Let's go. Yes, if y'all could hear that, let me know down below in the chat. Let me know in the chat down below. What's up, Katie? What's going on, Banj? What is up, Cool Jakes? Is that how you say that? I hope I said that correctly. Mod Squad, you're the best. Shout out to you. Give a little ring to the bell for that as well. Speaking of ringing the bell, before we dive into the Sixers, all right, please make sure that you guys hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notification bell icons as well. And that way you'll know when RB goes live. RB does Sixers. Y'all should go check out his A to Z Philly content with the Philadelphia Eagles. He does an awesome job. He's my brother, man. And I care a lot about him. We're tuning in from the Philippines. Where are we tuning in from tonight, folks? Roniel is here. All right, so here we go. So we got 76ers. Well, their starting lineup for tonight's game. Let's get into that right now. It's Tyrese Maxey, Eric Gordon, Justin Edwards, Kelly Oubre Jr., and Gershon Yabusele. So still no Paul George. George is still out with his injury that's been nagging him. So, again, it is Tyrese Maxey, it's Eric Gordon, it's Justin Edwards, and it's Kelly Oubre Jr. as well. All right. I almost forgot. I got to share my screen. I forgot to do that. All right. So, let's put up our little screen share. I can always minimize this as well. So, let's put this up over here. And let's see how this looks. How does this look? Is that good? Please let me know if y'all want me to zoom in. I can totally do that. And, yeah, I can do that. Let me remove this for now, and then I'll add it back onto the stage. I'm tuning in from the 51st state, Australia. Love that. Shout out to Australia. Yabu! Gershon Yabusele. Yes, sir. I'm tuning in from PA, Pennsylvania. I was just in Pennsylvania today. Yes, I spent a long day in Pennsylvania, but now we are here. We rushed home, and now we're here. We're on the go, man. We are always on the go. So let's talk about the Sixers really quickly, because obviously the talk of the town has been the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm all eagled up. I can't lie. This team is rolling. But the Sixers are also rolling too. And I've said this on my channel. You can go check out Play by Play with JJ. You can go do that if you guys want to on your own time. I've said that this team, I'm not buying back into them just yet. However, something was said in that locker room after the game in Denver when the beat reporter from Denver said that you could hear banging on the walls and you could hear screaming as well from Nick Nurse and some of the other players. Something that night was said, and this team has been rolling ever since then. It's not just a coincidence. They're rebounding better. They're boxing out more. The ball movement looks so fluid. It really does. I think that what has happened now with this team is that they have found joy in playing together again. And if we're being honest with ourselves, how long can this last? I don't know. But it's a beauty to watch because we were asking this team to play competitive basketball. And this team for 3 weeks after Christmas was giving us junk. They weren't even trying out there. Everybody was jogging up and down the court, and it seemed like nobody wanted to be out there. Nick Nurse has had a very weird season. But what he did that night has really sparked a plug in this team, and they've won 4 straight games in a row. They took down the Cavs, the best team in the NBA, and then what happened after that on the back-to-back? They played the Bulls, who were right out in front of them in Chicago. They won that game very handily. They took down the King at home and were able to beat the Lakers. Say what you want. No Anthony Davis, I understand, but you still beat a team that's over 500, and then on the very next day, you did the same thing to the Sacramento Kings, who, by the way, also came back and beat you by having your team not score within the last 3 minutes and 19 seconds. That was earlier in the month. That was actually the very first game of January. So, but, you know, I think that this team is rolling now. I'm not bought back in, and I'm not telling you that you guys should be bought back in either. But if they win 3 out of their next 6 games, I'd be very, very satisfied, man. I'd be very, very satisfied, and I feel pretty good about that, you know? So, yeah, they played the Denver Nuggets tonight. This Nuggets team, let's go over their starting lineup. We'll do that right now. So the Nuggets, they have, who's in their lineup? So they got Jamal Murray, Russell Westbrook, who's having a great year, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic. That's a pretty good starting lineup for a Denver team who is 9 games over 500. They're also 14-11 on the road this year. And Jokic obviously averaging 29.5 points per game, 13 rebounds per game, 10 assists. He's averaging a triple-double every single game. And he's also shooting 47% from 3. 47%. That's really, really good. Last time that both of these teams played, the Nuggets did win by a score of 144-109. And the Sixers in that game, that was when they played out in Denver. They looked, they were behind the A-ball in the first period, in the first quarter, and then they did a good job scoring in the second. And then things changed in the third quarter. They were tired, they were lifeless out there, and they got outscored in that second half, 67-42. That's not going to cut it. So today, I want to see hunger. I want to see poise out there. And I want these guys to go out there and just play hard. It's all I've been asking for these last 2 weeks. 3 weeks, really. And finally, over the last 4 games, they've done that. So, final score predictions, though, please comment down below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Again, how do you feel about the Sixers team? Do you feel like that this team, are you bought back in, is my question. What is it going to take for them to convince you that the Sixers are different now? It's going to take a lot for me. Right now, if you look at the money line, they're at a plus 525. And the Denver Nuggets are minus 750. I might look at that money line. I'm looking at the over-under. The spread is 11.5. Now, I'm not telling you, I'm not advocating for y'all to go bet out there. But I think that we can easily cover that spread tonight. I do. I think we can cover that spread. Let's go, Double JJ. Let's go. Yes. What's up, Asia? How you doing, Asia? What's going on? Katie says, I'm going to go with 107-90 is my final score. Tika, what's going on, Tika? I hope the few games we squandered don't come back to bite us in the offs. Like sitting Embiid for a loss, then playing him for a loss against Golden State. 1 game wasted there. Right now, and this is just my mindset, right now, I'm not focused on the past. I'm focused on the present tense. I want to know how this team comes together and builds off of the momentum that they have built right now. That's what I want to know. This team has had a very wonky season. Okay, it's really hard to describe in one word how this season has gone. Actually, I take that back. It is pretty easy to describe. It's been a roller coaster. Inconsistent. Gotten a little bit of the process years with this season as well. It's been a wild year. And I don't know where they're going to go. But good for them for finding ways to be competitive. Did Tyrese Maxey get snubbed from being an all-star? I think he did. And I want to hear your thoughts about that too. Because maybe he should have a chip on his shoulder. And maybe that'll encourage him to continue to play well. Over these last 4 games, he's averaging 33 points per game. But that's not the stat that I look at, because even when this team was doing bad, he was still putting up 28, 30 points. The difference, though, is that he is scoring first, and then he's getting his teammates involved. You make him into a point guard, that's not who Tyrese Maxey is. Tyrese Maxey is a scorer, and then he's a pass first. Then he's a passer. He's a score first type of a guy. And that's what you got to do if you want him to succeed. And that's how I feel. And I feel like that his shots look more comfortable. I think that he's getting a lot of shots in stride. I know that he was 1 for 6 from 3 in his last game that he played, but still, that floater game was unbelievable. He had 46 points against the King, too, something along those lines. And it looks like, even when I watched him in that game, I mean, I was listening on here, of course, to RB, of course. I couldn't do the game that night. I had some other things to do, but I was still listening to RB, and I could tell that he was really in his bag, as the kids would say. So, win the next 4 games. All right. Yes. What else? What's up, Mitch? How you doing, my guy? I didn't know I was a mod on here. I didn't even give you the mod. I don't know who did. That's a little bit weird. I didn't give anybody a mod, but shout out to the mods on here for sure. Tyrese Maxey, man, 661 career 3-point field goals or field goals made, which is tied for 3rd in franchise history. Maybe he'll pass Rocco. Maybe one day we'll get somebody to pass Robert Covington. But yeah, did Tyrese Maxey get snubbed from being an all-star? Is my question to you. Keep that in mind and let me know your thoughts down below. All right. So let's dive into this. All right. Please let me know in the comment section. Well, where else are you going to let me know? Let me know in the comment section if this is big enough for you to see. Okay. I can scroll down. I got to wait until tip-off actually does occur, and then we can sort of dive into things. But yes. We got 73 people tuning in on here. Again, my name is Jason Joseph. I'm not RB, but you are tuning in to Philly Take with RB. And make sure that you hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icons. It's just 3 things that you got to do. If you want to give back to RB, this guy puts in a lot of work every single day to make you guys, the Philly fans, the Philly faithful, feel the love, the brotherly love. That's just who RB is. And he has definitely been paving the way here on YouTube and has been just incredible from so many different perspectives, So, all right. What else? What else do we got going on? My other thoughts about this team is that I've noticed that they're out rebounding teams a lot now. It seems like that there's a lot more hustle out there. There's a lot more juice. And coming into tonight's game, I want them to continue to just continue to have that same intensity. continue to have that same type of juice and fire to them. Jokic is one of the best rebounders in the league. I don't care. Rebounding to me is all about effort, and it's all about who wants it more. Sixers better do that tonight. They better do that tonight. Again, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icons as well. We talked a little bit about Tyrese Maxey. I love what the young guys are doing. The young guys are doing a very, very good job, including Justin Edwards. Ricky Council, the Force dunks are insane. And I think that we finally have something gelling together. My concern is that when the big pieces come back together, how much is that going to ruin the chemistry that's on the court right now? How? I don't know. But we shall wait and see if they get back to being healthy. Or being Aruba singing the Beach Boys. Singing Kokomo. All right, we're going to test out some sound effects. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you hear this. Hold up. That was a little bit loud. Or that was not a little bit loud. I turned it up, though. All right, let's try this again. Let's try this again. Can y'all hear thumbs up in the chat? Well, JJ knew what I meant. Of course I knew what you meant. I'm a Beach Boys guy. I love the Beach Boys. I have a lot of I love music, man. I do. I love music. I hope this is a good take right here. I hope Bona makes rebounding hard for Jokic. Last game, he didn't even have to jump to out-rebound 4 of our guys. But also, that's a testament now. Well, I don't want to say a testament, but Kelly Oubre Jr. has been rebounding the ball a lot more. He's had 3 double-digit rebound games in his last 4 games. I'll take that. I think that Yabusele needs to do a good job rebounding too. I get that it's hard to do that against Jokic, but to be fair, we just out-rebounded the best rebounder in the game, and that's Domantas Sabonis. So that guy's averaging 15 rebounds, and we hustled, and we played really well, and we boxed out. Why can't we do that again? Why can't we do that again? No excuses. Again, so the Sixers lineup. The Sixers lineup for tonight's game. Let's get back to that. So you got Tyrese Maxey. You got Eric Gordon. You got Justin Edwards, Kelly Oubre Jr., and Gershon Yabusele. We got 78 people tuning in on here as well. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell icon. So you can also go follow Play-by-Play with JJ too if you want to. We do Sixers, but we also do Phillies, and we also do the Eagles as well. Jane's here. What's going on, Jane? How are you? How are you, Jane? All right, so that sound effect did work. We're going to play one more sound effect just to make sure that things work. All right, let's do this one. Do that one. That one does work. That one I actually have on my soundboard, so I don't even have to play it. I don't even have to play it, so. And I have the cha-ching one, too, so that's great. How long is Pinky P out for? Good question. They haven't specified that. I have not heard a specification as to how long he's going to be out for. Yes, sirs, in the chat. Yes, sirs. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I can actually do a little bit of some multitasking here. I could do this. Yes, sir. Woo! I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah. What other thoughts do we have about this game though today? I'm telling you, Tyrese Maxey did get snubbed. Does it matter? It's a good question. Does it matter that he got snubbed? Yeah, I guess for Hall of Fame status, it might, but he should have been an all-star this year. And guess what? Go out there and ball out still. Go out there and ball out still. 718 Fresh says, no, he did not. Interesting. He said, no, you tripping. Bro. I mean, this guy is 6th in the league in scoring. I understand that numbers are numbers, and when you look at stats, it doesn't tell the full truth. I get that. However, you also know that if Tyrese Maxey was not playing along with Paul George and Joel Embiid, this team would probably be in last place. Just would be so. Yes, I did. You just did not get the notification because for some reason there's people that don't always get the notifications. I posted it right on the community channel. You can go check it out, but it just didn't notify you. I apologize about that though. What's going on? Jared McCain is tonight's bell ringer. Oh, man. Wow. Jared McCain, according to Aiden Doc, is tonight's bell ringer. Season turnaround-esque move from the organization. Oh, let's go, baby. Shout out to Jared McCain.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Shout out to McCann. That's beautiful. That's great. Record is definitely. Whoops, I'm so sorry. Our record has definitely something to do with it. Garland made it, and Maxey's numbers are superior to his. Yeah, but I just also think that when you look at who else is in the league, do you think Tyrese Maxey's having a better season than Tyrese Halliburton? I do. You think he's having a better year than Shea? No. Is he having a better year than Luka? No. Is he having a better year than Kyrie? I think he is. I do. Is he having a better year than Trae Young? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. But, all right. Let's go. Michael Miller is also here. Shout out to Mike Miller. Shout out to you, man. All right, we're ready to get started. We are ready to get started. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notification bell icons as well. That way you'll know when RB goes live. We got 90 people tuning on in. We will be doing a little post-game show afterwards. I know that RB has his little Discord server. We're not going to be taking phone calls. I apologize about that, just because it's a little bit hard to handle with virtually and all that type of stuff. So we're not going to be doing a post game show we're not going to be opening up the phones tonight or on Sunday, but RB will be back on Tuesday, and we'll bring back the traditional post game shows. There's Tyrese Maxey rocking those dreadlocks, dude. I always love saying that because he looks so good in the dreads. It's great. Luka's been trashed this year since 7-18. Yeah. I might take him over Tyrese Maxey, though. I think I would. All right. So what do the Sixers have to do tonight? I'm going to go over my big 3 things to do. Guard the perimeter, rebound the basketball, and hustle, and oh yeah, hustle. That's what I want. All right, so we are ready to start things off. All right, so we got Gershon Yabusele and Nikola Jokic over at the logo, the 76ers logo, and the tip-off goes into the hands of Aaron Gordon. So the lineup again for the Nuggets, it's Murray, it's Westbrook, it's Porter Jr., and it's Gordon and Jokic. And for the Sixers, it's Maxey, Gordon, Edwards, Oubre, and Yabusele. Here's Jamal Murray over at the top of the key as the Nuggets go from left to right. Murray scoops and scores, rocking the afro and the beard as well, and Denver able to strike first. All right, so again, please tell me if you guys can see these stats down below. All right, Sixers have a turnover. Westbrook gets the steal. Porter Jr. on the drive to the basket. Spins, turns, floats it up, hits off the front iron, and then goes out over towards the left side, and Maxey grabs the rebound. So Tyrese Maxey averaging about 33 points over his last 4 games. He turns it over again. It's stolen by Jokic. Porter Jr. on the drive to the basket, and he'll lay it up and lay it in. So the Sixers, their first 2 possessions have resulted in turnovers, and they have looked out of sync so far. Here's a 3 by Oubre. He knocks it down. Let's go. Oh, that is beautiful. All right, 4-3, Philadelphia down by 1. With about 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go in quarter number 1. So Porter Jr. made a layup, and so did Jamal Murray as well. And then Gershon Yabusele actually was the one who hit the 3. I want to make sure that I recognize that. Here's a 3-pointer by Murray with the shot clock winding down. That's no good. Offensive rebound by Jokic. Didn't even have to jump. Puts it back up and in, and he's fouled. And he'll head to the line for 1 more. So, again, it was Gershon Yabusele that actually hit the 3. We got a $2 super chat. We got a $2 super chat from Imagination Studios.
Yes,
let's go.
Sir.
Let's go. There's a plane crash in North Philly. Oh, boy. Man. Thoughts and prayers go out to that. That is wild. That is crazy, man. Thoughts and prayers go out to everybody over there. Sixers get the ball stolen away again as Westbrook will try to throw down an alley-oop pass to Jamal Murray, and Murray throws it down with 2 hands. And it's now 8-3 Denver, and the Sixers just cannot get in sync. And that's been their problem today. They're in their red and white uniforms. Maxey steps back, lets it fly for a 3, and it's a little bit short. Gordon rebound, outlet pass over to Murray. It's intercepted by Tyrese Maxey as he heads down the sideline, puts up a 3 again. He got it! Tyrese Maxey able to answer back with a tray of his own.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. And it's 8-6. Philadelphia down by 2, 9.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Gordon tries to back up Eric Gordon. That's Aaron Gordon on Eric Gordon, and Eric Gordon fouls Aaron. That's a tongue twister. And so that was with 4.5 seconds to go on the shot clock. The Nuggets, we talked about them a little bit. They were actually on a 4-game winning streak, and then they lost 3 games in a row. The first one was to the Timberwolves, and then they lost to the Bulls, and then they played another heartbreaker, and they lost to the New York Knicks. The score of that game was 122 to 112. So the first foul shot by Aaron Gordon is good, and that's up and in. Prayers, and more prayers. Absolutely. Foul shot number 2 is good as well, and it's now 10-6 Denver as they lead it by 2 possessions. Don't forget to less turnovers, more rebounds, more team ball, and hustle leads to winning. I like that a lot. Oubre spinning, Oubre turning, gives it back to Edwards at the top of the key. Maxey now takes a jab step. He's over on the far wing, hands it off to Edwards. Edwards with 3 seconds left on the shot clock tries to get up a shot, and it looks out of rhythm and out of sync. And Michael Porter Jr. is there to grab and haul in the rebound. Murray with the 3. That's way off the mark. Didn't even hit the rim. And it's Justin Edwards who comes up with his miss. Maxey takes it towards the other side of the wing, hands it off to Edwards. Edwards back to Maxey at the foul line extended, puts up a mid-range J, and Nikola Jokic was the only Nugget there to grab the rebound. Nobody else there on the Sixers side. Maxey has to try to stand his ground over Jamal Murray, and Kelly Oubre Jr. comes on in the double team him. Westbrook then passes it to Jokic, and that's what happens when you double team Jamal Murray. Somebody else gets wide open, and the Sixers, they're down by 6. It's 12 to half a dozen with 8 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Maxey has been isoing a lot in this game so far. Here's another iso by Maxey, and that certainly does not work. Hits the front of the rim and hit the back of the rim, and Aaron Gordon got the board. Lots of rebounds in this game by Denver, and a lot of turnovers by the Sixers. Only 6 points in 7 minutes and 50 seconds. Jokic gets double-teamed. There's Aaron Gordon cutting down the lane, and he slashes it in with 2 hands and is able to dunk it on and rock the rim in Philadelphia. 10-3 run by the Nuggets, and a timeout burned by Nick Nurse. Not a good start by Philadelphia, but they look to regroup and recapitalize when they return to action. I did not like that start, man. I did not like that start. We gotta do better. We have to do better. We were not hustling on defense. First and foremost, our first 2 offensive possessions, we turned the ball over. We play careless basketball. You can't do that against this team. You start off on the wrong foot. That's not good. You gotta keep your foot on the gas pedal. It's a big analogy. And it's said time and time again. It's a cliche. But yes, feel like that we haven't really done that so far. What are your final score predictions, folks? Make sure that you guys comment them down below. We got 119 people tuning on in again. Again, I want to make sure that you all know that I am not RB. If you were tuning in for the first time, I am not RB. My name is JJ. I'm filling in for Philly Take with RB. He is out in Aruba. He is having a very good time. That sounds great. But guess what? We're here and we're filling on in for our brother because he is the man. He is the GOAT. He is the 76ers. He is the 76ers, man. He is. He lives, he breathes, he does so much for this team. Got 111 people tuning on in. How's everybody's Friday night going so far? If your Friday night's going good, give me a thumbs up in the chat. If it's not going so good, give me a thumbs down, and hopefully it gets better. And the way to answer that is by just hitting the thumbs up button. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted in my messages. Yeah, prayers go out to everybody on that plane, man. Now I'm hearing about the news, man. It's crazy. That's really wild. And I just got a message. That was nice. Love you all, man. I do. My Saturday morning has been fine. Oh, it's Saturday over there. Saturday over there. Wow. Denver is 9.5 games behind Oklahoma City. And the Thunder, they're 37-9 on the season so far. They did lose their last game that they played against the Warriors, and that score was 116-109. So, just a little action around the NBA. Saturday morning has been fine. That's good. 7 minutes to midday. Wow. So Tyrese Maxey over his last 12 games, averaging about 31.5 points per game. He's also shooting just 33% from three, but 47% from the field. So he has 662 threes. He passed Kyle Korver. And so he has to catch up to Robert Covington and, of course, Allen Iverson. Gordon will get the inbound pass for the Sixers. He'll hand it off over to Oubre. Oubre back to Gordon, who thought about taking the three. He's covered, though. He'll try to drive it in towards the lane, and he serves it up and in. Wow, what a nice play by Gordon as he had a little underhanded scoop, and it looked pretty unorthodox, but it worked, and it got the job done. Almost beer o'clock. Here's Murray again on the drive towards the lane, and Eric Gordon. There's only so much that you could do against him, And Nikola Jokic able to get the assist. Can't trade buckets with this team. Maxey with a little crossover as he goes down the lane, knives his way through, and the Sixers back down by 6. Nice little layup by Tyrese Maxey. So the Sixers have come out with a little bit more poise with the timeout that was taken. Murray on a drive. He floats it up, floats it in, and it's an 8-point lead for the Denver Nuggets. That was a 7-foot teardrop by Jamal Murray with the right hand, and Jokic with already his 4th assist. 4 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. Sixers exchange layups with the Denver Nuggets as Oubre is able to scoop and score again. Westbrook, here comes Russ as he is over on the right side of the wing. He finds Nikola Jokic cutting towards the basket, and Jokic is fouled as he makes the bucket, and he'll head to the line for the and one opportunity. I'd like to try to see the Sixers, try to put a little bit more post presence down low. I understand that Jokic is just a magician when it comes to facilitating the basketball, but maybe if we just try to guard the paint a little bit more, things would get easier. Jokic's foul shot is up and in. You're too small, JJ. I can barely see you. Yeah, but can you see the scoreboard is the real question, because that's what I was told to do. I gotta go by what the boss says, We do have a foul called, and it's going to be against the Denver Nuggets. There's Mike Malone, who is the head coach for the Nuggets. Again, comment your final score predictions down below. Are you bought back in to the Philadelphia 76ers with this 4-game winning streak? Is that enough to encourage you and to make you feel satisfied and say, you know what, I believe in this team again? Oubre slashing. He tries to give it up to Edwards, and Edwards missed a bunny trying to go to the cup. He missed it. Aaron Gordon now will try to kick it out to Jamal Murray. We just got to hit shots, man. Can't make these little mistakes. Porter Jr. for 3, and Tyrese Maxey secures it for Philadelphia. And Maxey will swing it out to Edwards. One more to Gordon for a catch-and-shoot tray. He got it to go. Let's go. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Intercepted by Gordon as he goes tumbling towards the deck. 4-on-1 for the Sixers. Maxey to Oubre, and Oubre gets fouled as he heads over to the cup, as Russell Westbrook is the one who fouls him, and that was a pretty good foul there by Russ. He is a freight train even to this day. Doesn't matter what age he is, he still just gives it his all out there. And we have some free throws. It is a shooting foul, and the Nuggets are going to call for time. Sixers down by 2 possessions, and they head to a break with 5:13 left to go. Whoa, that thing almost fell on me. Eric Gordon continues to play good basketball. Dude, at this point, I was listening to RB the other day, as I do. I like to listen to RB because he has some really, really good content, of course. And the one thing that he said, he said, like, when they played against the Cavs, it was after that game against Cleveland. He said, Daryl Morey, if there's anything that you need to do after this game, you need to find a way to get a second-round draft pick for Eric Gordon. I'll tell you what, now I think it's at the point where we can try to get 2 draft picks for Eric Gordon. This guy was so unplayable before. Again, I will say this again. In 8 out of his last 11 games, my man has scored in double figures. And before that stretch, there were only 3 times this year where he had 10 or more points. 3. So 11 games, if you do the math, they played 46. That means in 3 of the first 35 games, he had double-digit points. That's how bad Eric Gordon was playing. Welcome on in, man. Welcome on in. Wait, Tyrese Maxey is not an all-star this year. No, he's not. He's not. He got snubbed. Or do you think that he got snubbed is the real question. But I think he did. Edwards is too timid to chaser. Well, Maybe try to get him involved a little bit more in the play calling. That's on Nick Nurse. We've got 108 people tuning on in. It's 8 o'clock. Sixers, this is what Paul Hudrick had to say. Sixers finally able to force a turnover and get out in transition. I know that they've been hot and the Nuggets are cold, but this is still an incredibly difficult matchup for the Sixers right now. Just nothing you can do with Jokic. And I agree with that. All right, it's a 21-15 score. Again, please tell me if you guys can see this crystal clear. Can you see how many points everybody has? Actually, you can't see this because it's a little bit small. That's better. How's that? We were covering the points. We can't do that. We can't cover the points. That's not good. Eric Flashback Gordon says Neil. Tyrese Maxey, 6th in the NBA in scoring, averaging about 27 points per game. Is mom and dad out there? Or is mom and dad back watching them? And the Sixers, they lead it by 6. And Peyton Watson will come on in for the first time today and sub on in for Jamal Murray. Also have Christian Brown on in for Aaron Gordon for Denver. First foul shot is good. The Eastern Conference All-Star reserves are as follows. Jaylen Brown, Cade Cunningham, Darius Garland, Tyler Hero, Damian Lillard, Evan Mobley, and Pascal Siakam. The second foul shot, that one is good. And it's a 4-point lead now as Kelly Oubre Jr. makes both free throws. Jokic will kick it out over to the far corner. It was Watson on the far corner. Here's Porter Jr. at the top of the key for a tray. It's good. Michael Porter Jr. with his first three-pointer today. And that gives him 5 points. He's 1 for 2 from downtown and 2 for 4 shooting-wise in this game. Yabusele dumps it off over to Maxey, who's at the top of the perimeter. He's blitzed. He needs help. Hands it off to Gordon. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Maxey gets it back. Maxey goes down the lane. Kicks it out to Yabusele for a 3. And Yabu can't get enough oomph on that one. And Michael Porter Jr. is the one who hauls in the miss. Westbrook trying to be a facilitator, and the ball goes out of bounds. I think that his eyes were reacting a little bit too quickly there to the pass because the pass or the actions were a little bit ahead. You know, they say that your stomach is bigger than your eyes. I think that his eyes was bigger than his stomach. If that makes any sort of sense, that may not make any sense at all whatsoever. Oubre is at the top of the key again. Dribbles with his right hand. Spins, turns, tries to float it up and in. Can't do so. It's too strong of a finish. Yabusele got boxed out by Jokic. Jokic, what a pass. It was a behind-the-back bounce pass over to Porter Jr. on the near wing side. Westbrook thinks about shooting a 3. Porter Jr. lost it as he was going down the lane. He moved without the ball. It's blocked by Edwards, and the Sixers get the ball back. Maxey to Yabusele for a catch and shoot 3. Yes, sir! Let's go, Philadelphia. Let's go, baby.
Yes, sir.
Sixers get a steal. Yabusele tries to go down the lane and throws it down with 2 hands.
Yes, sir.
Woo! Let's go.
He's on fire.
He's on fire. 2-point ball game, 10-3 run by the Sixers over the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And they are down by 2. Jokic tries to handle Tyrese Maxey down low, and Jokic throws it away. Supposed to go to Porter Jr. on the near corner at the 3-point line, and it just was way too far out of reach. That Yabusele dunk was absolutely beautiful. He had a big-time three-pointer, and he just continues to be a menace for this Philadelphia 76ers team. 8 points, 2 for 3 from downtown, and 3 for 4 shooting-wise from the field as well for Gershon Yabusele, who, by the way, is averaging 10.5 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, and he's 29 years old. We all know his incredible story. Tyrese Maxey for the lead. He got it. Tyrese Maxey puts the Sixers on top, and Mike Malone will call for tie.
Yes, sir.
That's just great. Tyrese Maxey being a man amongst boys. I can't imagine this team without Yabu, man. I love Yabu. I do. I have been a very big fan of what this guy has done. He embraces what Philadelphia sports is all about. You hustle, you box out, and you give it your all. And that's what Gershon Yabusele is. Him, TJ McConnell, Bryce Harper. Who else? Saquon Barkley. I would also say, I don't know, like these are all hard workers that you just want on your team, no matter what type of a franchise you're building. For hockey, Owen Tippett is one of those guys too. Hustler. Kevin Hayes. And that's what you love. So, and Yabusele embraces that, and he is that for Philadelphia. All right, here we go. Ball is taken over towards the near side by the Nuggets. Jokic tries to scoop and score. He does not, and the rebound goes to Christian Brown, and he puts it up and puts it in for Denver as we ride the seesaw. Sixers down by 1. Reggie Jackson in there for the first time for the Sixers as they maneuver from right to left. Maxey crosses over 3 times. What's he going to do against his defender? He tries to lay it up, and he spins and turns and lays it in. 10 points by Tyrese Maxey, and the Sixers now lead it by 1. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. A catch-and-shoot three-pointer was not banked in. It was hit off the top of the backboard, and it went out over towards the front side of the rim. Jackson for 3 for the Sixers. He holds it in stride. No! Can't get the rebound either. That's Yabusele. And Christian Brown wants to drive it over on the other side against Kyle Lowry. No fouls called. Oubre gets the rebound. Brown couldn't get the layup to go. Maxey steps back, lets it fly for a near corner 3. And it's off the mark. Nikola Jokic with already his 5th rebound of the first quarter. 5 boards, 5 assists, and 7 points by Joker. Jokic tries to go with a shot, and a foul is called on Oubre in the act of shooting. So a lot of action going on between the Sixers and the Denver Nuggets. And how about that Maxey turn, dude? He's become such a better driver to the lane. He said, you know what? If whoever's guarding me, Peyton Watson's not going to let me go over towards my right side, I'm going to go on over towards the left side, and I'm going to be able to get a layup that way. Playing Crash North Philly, hope the people in the houses are okay. Absolutely. Prayers out to all of them, man. Prayers out to everybody. For sure. First foul shot by Nikola Jokic is good, and that ties the game 27-27. Justin Edwards will come on in for the Sixers, and Adem Bona will step on in as well. Please like and please subscribe. I need us to get to at least 300. I need us to get to 250 likes. Come on, man. At the very, very minimum. Second foul shot is good, and Denver has the lead. They're up by 1. Edwards steps back, lets it fly for a tray, and that's good. Justin Edwards, the rookie who went undrafted by the Sixers, able to give them the lead back. Brown for 3, and he answers back with a tray of his own from the top of the perimeter. Christian Brown, what a season he's had. 5 points for him in this game as he knocked one down from 26 feet. He's averaging 14.5 points per game, and he's 23 years old, former Kansas Jayhawk. Maxey puts up another three-pointer. Maxey's feeling it himself. It's been the Tyrese Maxey clinic in the first quarter, and the Sixers. Well, with Tyrese Maxey, Maxey is now 3 for 5 from beyond the arc. Give him now a baker's dozen. Here's a 3 by Brown, and he answers back again. It's just like both of them are going back and forth. They're exchanging three-pointers. Maxey, what's he going to do now? He steps back, he crosses over, tries to go out down the lane, puts up a layup. Oh, he wanted that so badly. Jokic grabs the miss. 2 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. Jamal Murray, he gets fouled by Justin Edwards. Edwards tried to set his feet, and I was actually wrong. There's about 7 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock, and now it's going to be about 2 seconds because they're going to add 24 seconds onto the shot clock now. So Maxey today, 3 for 5 from downtown. He was struggling from 3 in his last game, only went 1 for 6. And so far, so good by the kid. 1 point lead for Denver, who's on a 3-game losing streak. Edwards looked like he had his feet set. I got to tell you, it certainly did. And Nick Nurse, is he going to challenge this? I don't know. He was outside of the restricted area, but still, it looked like he had his feet set. Tyrese Maxey has accounted so far for 67% of the Sixers' points in the first quarter. 13 points, 3 assists, and 9 points created from the assists. Pretty good. And by the way, that was according to Keith Pompey. See again. Murray just elbowed Justin Edwards, and his feet were certainly set. They were. Edwards taking 1 for the team, and that's, again, something positive that you want from the rookie. So they are challenging this. There's Reggie Jackson for Philadelphia. And it looks like it'll be Denver ball. So I thought maybe they were going to challenge it. They took a very long time out. I don't know if they reviewed it or not, but I assumed that they did. Sixers whistle without Joel Embiid is non-existent. I assumed that they did. And Murray will head to the line for 2 free throws. The first foul shot by Jamal Murray. He swishes it and makes it 35-33. We're still doing trivia. I do trivia in the fourth quarter. That's what I do. Eric Gordon will come back on in for the Sixers. It's a 2-point deficit as Denver has a 2-point lead. Murray so far 0 for 2 from 3 and 4 for 6 from the field with 9 points. Foul shot number 2 by Jamal Murray. He gets it to go. And it's a 3-point ball game. Sixers can tie it with a tray or make it a 1-point game with a 2. Actually, we'll try to milk this clock down. There's about 2.5 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock. Maxey crosses over behind the back a couple of times. Now dribbles out in front of him, crosses over again. He's at the top of the key. A dump off pass over to Edwards for a 3-pointer. Tie game! 6 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Murray gives it up over to Peyton Watson, and there's a 2-point shot that goes up, and it's good. That was Strother who hit the 2. It was a buzzer beater, and he was able to get in between the elbow and the baseline, and he still was able to get it off. Julian Strother with a buzzer beater and an acrobatic shot, able to make it and swish it, and the Nuggets, they lead it by 2 as they go into quarter number 2. Sixers still within striking distance, though. That makes it 30-36. All right, let's do this. All right, grades in that first quarter. Please let us know. In the gym, about to go for a par. Wish me luck for a PR. I wish you luck. Are we doing trivia? No, I just you probably missed it. But we're doing trivia in the fourth quarter. That's when I do trivia. Does RB do trivia after every single quarter? Is that like what he does? Because that's interesting if he does do that. Grades for that first quarter. Give me a letter grade down below. I'm going with a B. Thought that we started off slow. Thought that their run that they had early on was big for them, but then we responded after that timeout, and that is the Nick Nurse of last year. So, all right, he does it after the first. Interesting. Interesting. I did not know that. Huh. Lou says I'm going to give them a B+. What other letter grades are we going to give? I'm going with a B. I think a B is a solid B because we put up 36 points. We are shooting so far in this game, folks. Let's add this back to the stage. Let's see what our shooting stats are so far. We're shooting 67% from 3. We're 8 for 12. That's incredible. That's really incredible. We're shooting 67% from 3. Are we going to keep this up? I don't know. The Sixers have been shooting the 3 ball better. Not at this rate. The Nuggets are out rebounding us, but we're only down by 2 because we're shooting the 3 ball at a 67% rate. Pretty good. Pretty good so far. The Nuggets have put up 20 points in the paint. I think that we got to guard the 3s, but if they're beating us in the paint, then we got to get bodies down low. Simple as that. Our bench scored no points for us in that first quarter. Crazy. Unbelievable. All right. And again, y'all can see this clear. You guys can see this very well. Let us know. Like and subscribe and hit the bell icons as well. Let's try to get to 250 likes, baby. Come on. Let's get to 250 likes for RB, who, by the way, is... That's for my boy RB. Hope you're having fun in the Aruba, man. All right, here we go. We start off quarter number 2. Reggie Jackson, Kelly Oubre Jr., Kyle Lowry, Justin Edwards, and Adembona out there for the Sixers. Oubre's trapped. He needs help. He'll try to bounce it over to Adembona, who spins. He turns and tries to put up a little layup, and he can't get it. Christian Brown hauls in the long rebound over towards the Sixers sideline, and the Sixers can't tie the game. Murray being heavily guarded by Oubre in between the baseline and the foul line, and he's fouled on the reach-in call by Kelly Oubre. He kind of has to be careful. That's, I think, his second personal foul that Oubre has committed. It is. Edwards has 2 personals. Gordon has 1. And Yabusele has 1 as well. All right. So we only played 30 minutes into the second quarter so far. Murray will skip it over to Aaron Gordon, who's at the foul line extended, puts up a J, bricks it. It's way too strong. Offensive rebound again by the Nuggets. Can the Sixers just do a better job at just getting rebounds? Here's Brown for a 3-pointer. Nothing but net. It actually hit the back of the rim, and Christian Brown, he has it going on. It does. 6 minutes off the bench. He's 3 for 4 from 3. He has made 3 of the 4 threes today by Denver. And we do have a foul called over on the other side as the Sixers get fouled. That's a Christian Brown, 23 years old. We mentioned that he was a 21st overall draft pick by the Denver Nuggets. He's 6 feet 6 inches tall. This guy had 28 points against the Bulls, 13 against the New York Knicks, and he has been really good over the last couple of weeks. All right, here's Oubre on a shot, and he puts it up and knocks it down. Shot is missed over on the other side by Denver. Oubre off to the races, kicks it out to Reggie Jackson. One more to Edwards for a tray. Offensive rebound by Bona, and Bona gets fouled. He'll try to tie the game at the charity stripe. It's a little bit hard to keep up with the chat, and then we gotta put the sound effects on too. I'm trying to see if there's a better way I can play the sound effects. I'm happy that he put it onto the system. That's nice. That's good. Jokic also had 9 points. I missed that. Reggie Jackson will get the inbound pass, so it was not a foul in the act of shooting. I wanted to make sure that I stand corrected. I don't know how, But Jackson takes it over towards the lane. He steps back just above a 2, grabs his own rebound, swings it all the way to Lowry on the near side of the wing, all the way to the far wing for an Oubre three-pointer. That's way too long. And a rebound by Denver as they're looking to try to capitalize again on the Sixers. I'll swing out over to a wide-open three-point shooter, and that is easy as 1, 2, 3 for Julian Strawther. He was over on the far corner, and he was able to hit and swish a wide-open 3. Nuggets 5 for 10 from downtown. Oubre thinking about what to do here, pivots towards his left side, finds a cutting Lowry towards the basket. Edwards for a 3. Justin Edwards going off like a microwave score. That's a 2-point game. Edwards has been a big factor in this game. 3 for 4. He is from downtown. Another 3 by the Nuggets, and that is a huge killer. It's Julian Strawther. Strawther and Brown have been big factors for this Nuggets team. They've combined to score 19 points off the bench. Oubre on the drive towards the basket, and he's fouled in the act of shooting by Jamal Murray. And we will have some free throws coming on up. Murray's having a really bad hair day, says Lon. What's going on, man? Thank you so much for tuning on in. Again, the name is Jason Joseph. I'm not RB. I'm filling in for Philly Take with RB tonight. And on Sunday night, Sixers play the Boston Celtics on Sunday night at 6 o'clock. I'll be filling in for him at that moment in time, too. I call Sixers, I call Phillies, and I call Eagles games on my channel. You're more than welcome to go like and subscribe to Play-by-Play with JJ. I will put a link to that down below in a little bit. But please, let's just try to get RB to 250 likes at the very least. Foul shot number 1 is good by Oubre. Foul shot number 2, he got it to go. And it's a 3-point game with 9 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the first half. So the lineup for the Nuggets, it's Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, Peyton Watson, and Christian Brown, and Julian Strawther. And for the Sixers, it's Edwards, it's Oubre, Bona, Lowry, and Jackson. Jamal Murray penetrates and goes up for a shot. It was unorthodox again. I don't know if you call that a floater or a mid-range jumper, but it was good. Lowry responds on the other side with a firework and makes it a 2-point ball game in Philadelphia.
Yes, sir.
Murray dribbling towards the far right side, trying to back down Reggie Jackson, his former teammates. Murray got the ball knocked loose, still has possession of it, though. As he gets it back, he tries to lay it up and in, not once, but twice. Adem Bona and Reggie Jackson were right in front of him, and nobody even tried to jump up for the rebound. And that was really bad there for the Sixers. Oubre will try to slash it inside. He got it with the left hand.
Yes, sir.
Ball game, 8 minutes left to go. Another drive by Strawther. He wanted the foul call. There was a very late whistle, and the foul is called on Adem Bona, and we will have some free throws coming on up. So Adem Bona in this game, no points, no rebounds for him just yet. And again, a 21-year-old who was the 41st overall pick in this year's draft in the second round by Daryl Morey. So let's see if he can try to do better as the game goes on. Strawther with the first foul shot. He gets the friendly bounce. Bounced about 4 times and then still was able to dazzle on in. Council will step on in for Philadelphia. It looks like Jackson is going to take a seat. Sixers try to go with a more athletic lineup. It starts with Lowry, Oubre, Edwards, Bona. And who am I missing? And Council. Oubre gets it at the top of the key, so the foul shots were good by Denver. Oubre will try to drive it inside again, and he scoops and scores. Kelly Oubre Jr. over these last 3 games has put up 20 points in each of those games, and he already has 13. A catch-and-shoot three-pointer by the Nuggets. They're human. Ricky Council gets the rebound. The shot was bad by Watson. Council on the drive towards the basket. Knives his way through. Can't get the shot off. Adem Bona had the ball go off of his bare hands, and it went into the hands of Watson, who tries to drive it down the lane, and we have an offense. No, it's not an offensive foul. It's just a turnover. Peyton Watson lost it over on the baseline. Sixers get the ball back. Oubre on the far wing. He's being heavily guarded by Aaron Gordon. Here's a pick set by Edwards. And Oubre for three. It's short. And Jamal Murray climbs the ladder and hauls it on in for Denver. Another rebound by the Nuggets. They have been really outmatching the Sixers on the glass. Another Brown three. Oh, my goodness. Christian Brown going off like he's Steph Curry. He has been killing the Sixers this season, and he just makes another 21-foot pull-up jumper, and Nick Nurse says, I'm going to call a timeout here, and he is. Dude, Christian Brown, a guy who he was 8 for 11 from the field. He was 8 for 11 from the field against the Sixers. He had 20 points. It's just been so good for them. Why can't the Sixers have bench players like Christian Brown? Why? It's crazy. I like your Howard Cosell vibes. Howard Cosell. No one's ever said that to me before. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've gotten like Tom McGinnis before, but I've never gotten Howard Cosell. Huh. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Again, please tell us like where we're tuning in from down below. We have 134 people tuning on into this Sixers game. What is it going to take for you to be bought back in to the Philadelphia 76ers and make you believe again? Very cool stream, RB's friend. Yes, my name is Jason Joseph. I go by JJ. I have a YouTube channel called Play by Play with JJ. You're more than welcome to go check that out. I do like traditional play-by-play on my channel. I like to call games for the Phillies, the Eagles, and for the Sixers too. That's what I do on my channel. But again, shout out to Philly Take with RB for just always thinking about me and for giving me this incredible opportunity whenever he asks. And I'm always like, dude, I got you. Because, you put in so much work to this channel and you're changing the game. Philly Take with RB is changing the game and is revolutionizing what is, not only the future, but it's the present, It's the present tense, and that is with how media has gone. And he's done a very good job, and he is certainly, he has such a loyal fan base, and it's so great. I love RB, man. So here's my channel, No Flyers. I'm going to do some more Flyers after the Eagles season is done, and after I'm done doing Villanova ice hockey. I actually call games for Villanova ice hockey in person, so that's pretty cool. And so I keep myself busy. I do. I keep myself busy. If you want to go follow Play by Play with JJ, here it is. I would really appreciate it. You're more than welcome to like and subscribe to the channel. And give RB that like as well. Superb is here. What's up, Superb? I'm not RB. Hey, RB. You look a little bit different. I know I look a little bit different, and I sound a little bit different, and I'm talking a little bit differently, and I'm wearing different types of gear, and I have a different background. That's because I'm not RB. I'm JJ. Fly, Eagles, fly. Yes, sir. Dude, now he has me saying yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's going to become a filler word of mine now. All right, Sixers will get the ball back. Why is my memory going bad? Russell Westbrook will step on in for Aaron Gordon. The Sixers will inbound it over from their bench. There's Maxey over to Kelly Oubre Jr. A wide open three by Abuselli. What a play call by Nick Nurse, and what an execution by Philadelphia. The Sixers just continue to shoot the three ball at an outrageous clip so far. And it's back to a 1-point ball game with 6 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the first half. There's a nice little catch and a drive towards the basket by Porter Jr. A zip pass from Nikola Jokic. Give him 9 points, 7 assists, and 6 boards. Just your typical Jokic type of a day this early in the game. Counsel for a three-pointer. He's human. And Porter Jr. doesn't even have to jump for the rebound for Denver. They have been out-rebounding the Sixers, and yet the Sixers are still only down by 3 points. Watson on the drive towards the basket, lays it up with the right hand, and lays it on in. Peyton Watson has his first bucket of the ball game. 3 rebounds and 2 assists for him in this game as well. And the Sixers will try to respond on the other side. This is a guy who was drafted by the Thunder and was the last pick of the first round. Maxey thought about taking the 3, and he'll pass it to Council. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Council will try to drive it over Jokic, and there's a foul called, and 1! Ricky Council, the 4th, able to put it up and in with that right hand, and he shimmies as he goes over towards the foul line. Oh. And Council will head to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. 5:22 left to go. The Sixers have done a very good job, offensively speaking. They put up 36 points in the first quarter and 20 in the second so far. Council misses the foul shot. Maxey goes up for a three-pointer, though, as Council had the rebound, and yet the Sixers cannot tie the game. Porter Jr. will get it for Denver on the other side, hands it off to Jokic at the top of the perimeter, and now wants to just pass it over to Westbrook, who almost lost the ball, gathers it, and gives it back to Jokic, who lays it up and lays it in. Nobody could stop him as he was wide open. He just parted the Red Sea. 5-point lead for the Nuggets, and the Sixers could use a counterpunch right about now. Oubre's in between the circles, and he'll pass it back to Tyrese Maxey, who dribbles with the left hand. He crosses over with the right hand, passes it to Gordon. Gordon to Yabusele, wide open for 3. How can you not cover Gershon? What a game he's having. That was a near corner 3 by Yabusele. I think that he's one of the best corner three-point shooters in the game. Westbrook throws it away to Maxey. Maxey to Council. Unselfish pass to Oubre. And Oubre gets it lost. He lost the ball, was blocked by Porter Jr. He tried to get it back. Butterfingers, it goes into bounds, but it was last touched by Denver. There's Sean Yabusele. What a game for him. Yabu's in the chat, folks. Yabu today, 4 for 5 from 3. The Sixers, again, just shooting the ball 59% from 3, which you'll take on any given night. Yabusele thought about taking the three-pointer. He's looking to pass it, and he'll give it back to Gordon, who tries to knife his way through the lane. Another kick out to Yabusele, inside, outside, another 3. And he bricks it with the shot clock winding down. It looked pretty forced, and the ball does go out of bounds. OOB. Yabusele intercepts it. Bad pass by Jokic on the inbound pass. It was a football pass. Oubre will drive it towards the lane. Count the bucket and a foul. K9 is going off for Philadelphia as we've tied the game 61-61.
Yes, sir.
And a timeout called by Denver. The Sixers have come to play. What a catch by Yabusele off of the bad inbound pass that was delivered by Nikola Jokic off of the inbound, and then the Sixers out in transition able to capitalize. And we head to another timeout. We're locked up at 61. Let's go. You're like 3 minutes ahead. Let's go. Let's go. Yabu, baby! If you guys enjoyed these calls. Hey, JJ, it's DJ Mist KL from Lansdowne. And I follow you on the Phillies. Dude, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you for doing that. Let's see. Am I supposed to do anything else with sponsorships? Nah. Okay. Let's take a sip of water. Good start, man. Good job by this team. Whatever Nick Nurse screamed at the Sixers after that Denver blowout, says DJ, completely changed the way that this team plays basketball. And that is the truth. I've been saying that, and now everybody's coming around on it. Everybody's coming around on it now. Whatever was said in that locker room after that game has got the Sixers playing competitive, playing harder, and they look like an NBA team. They do. Outstanding effort from the Sixers in the first half, says Austin Krell. You should go follow him on Twitter, too. They don't have much of a game, of an answer for Jokic. No one does. But they're making him attempt to guard on defense, and he has no interest. Also see a little bit of some pick and pop from Yabu and Gordon. And then they're attacking. I like it. It's working so far. JJ, what do you think about the Phillies' upcoming season? Today's not the day. Put it to you in a couple of words. I love baseball. It's going to be a rough season for the Phillies. It's going to be a tough season. I'm excited. I am looking forward to baseball. Don't get me wrong. But it's going to be tough. I'm still feeling the way that I feel after the end of last season, man. So I like winning, but this isn't a championship even when healthy. Going to lose that first round pick and not even make it past the first round, says Lon. Yeah, but maybe I'm just like living in the moment now. I'm happy that they're battling. I'm happy that they're playing competitive, undermanned. Foul shot by Oubre is good as gold. All right, so it's a 1-point lead for the Sixers. Oubre now with 16 points in this game. Sixers and Nuggets right in the seesaw. Porter Jr. with a little dime over to Murray. Murray with a dime back to Porter Jr., and he throws it down with two hands. Nobody covered him again. And with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second quarter, Tyrese Maxey has the rock for the Sixers. He'll dump it off to Oubre at the Wells Fargo Center sign, and he'll lace it up over to Eric Gordon. Gordon thinking about what to do. He'll skip it over to Council. Council from a deep three, and that was not the answer that the Sixers could have asked for. It was not a good shot at all. Good defense by Denver. Jokic grabs another rebound. That's his 7th of the game. 8 assists, 11 points for Joker. And Jokic tries to lay it up and in. The defense got past him. And Jokic puts it up and in with ease. 3-point lead for the Denver Nuggets with 2:40 left to be played. In the second quarter, Sixers could use a bucket. Maxey will step back. He's not even looking at the rim, though. He's just dribbling towards the left side. He was over on the far wing, and now he's at the top of the key, and now he'll try to get things going. He lost his dribble, but Yabusele gets it back for the Sixers, lays it up, and lays it in. Maxey knocked it off of his knee, and thank goodness Yabusele was there to the rescue to improvise, and the Sixers only down by 1. Yabu today, 16 points, 6 for 8 from the field, 1 rebound, and 1 assist as well. Jokic dumps it off inside to Porter Jr., and he throws it down with a two-handed flush. Porter Jr. and the Denver Nuggets scoring a lot of their points in the paint. 67-64. The Sixers cannot guard anybody in the perimeter or in the paint. Maxey will try to drive it towards the lane and floats it up, and he can't get it in. He is fouled, however, in the act of shooting, and he'll just take 2 steps back and go to the line. So Maxey in this game, 13 points. He's 5 for 11 from the field. Last time that he played against the Denver Nuggets, he led the way for the Sixers with 28 points and 10 assists. That was his last double-double that he had. He was only 3 for 10 shooting-wise from 3. He does miss the first free throw, and the second foul shot coming up in just a few moments. I'm going to be happy if they beat them without Embiid, PG, and McCann. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I want us to keep fighting. I do. Foul shot number 2 by Tyrese Maxey. Swish goes the basketball. 1 minute and 45 seconds left to be played in the second quarter. It's Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic, Russell Westbrook, Michael Porter Jr., and Jamal Murray out there for Denver. Murray with a step-back J from the foul line. Swish again. 4-point lead for the Nuggets. and they are keeping up with the pace of the Sixers. Maxey at the top of the perimeter. Thinks about going inside. He does. He gets past Westbrook. He can't finish it. Yabusele offensive rebound, and he puts it up and in. Yabusele with the hustle and doing the dirty work for Philadelphia. That's their third offensive rebound, the second one by Yabu, and the Sixers still cannot guard the paint as Michael Porter Jr. is going to put it in with the left hand, ambidextrous he is. Maxey tries to cross on over, and he'll pass it to Gordon, who tries to drive it towards the lane. A kick out to Maxey. He tries to dive on top of the loose ball, gives it up to Oubre. 4 seconds left. Oubre will try to drive it down the lane. He lays it up and in somehow, some way. And it's a 2-point game with 38 seconds left to be played. 71-69, and we're not even in halftime yet. Murray with a three-pointer. Hits off the top of the rim. The top of the backboard, and it's marked out of bounds. I thought maybe for a second it was going to go in, but it wouldn't have counted anyways because it hit the very top of the backboard. Sixers have been scoring the ball at a very high rate in this game. Yabusele and Oubre each have 18 points, and Maxey has 14. That'll work for the Sixers. They just got to do a better job on defense. Maxey will get it for Philadelphia, about 6 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock, and we have a turnover? It's a turnover called on Maxey. It's a backcourt violation. What's going on? A backcourt violation, and Denver has the ball, and Russell Westbrook will dribble it. An 8-second turnover by the Sixers. That's not what you want. Westbrook at the top of the key will try to drive it towards the lane, and we do have a foul called. And Maxey and the Sixers did have a foul to give. That's just a careless turnover, and when you're in a close game like this, yeah, you can't do that. The clock was at 15 seconds, so he has to be better. The clock was at 15 seconds, the shot clock, by the time he tried to get past half court. He wasn't even past half court with 15 seconds. We have a shooting foul called. It's on Gershon Yabusele. He thought that he went up and down. He most certainly did not. And Jamal Murray will head on over to the line. You can't make careless turnovers. 69-67. JJ, you at RB's house? No. Murray's at the line. First foul shot is up, and it's good. Nope. Just doing it virtually. Just helping a brother out. This foul shot here can make it a 2-possession game. And foul shot number 2 is a swisher. It makes it 73-69. Sixers have to inbound it. They'll give it up to Maxey. Maxey over to Yabusele for a half-court prayer. And it's no good. It was airballed and about a foot off the mark. Sixers down by 4. And so they are losing 73-69. Just got to be better on defense when they go into the second half. So Sixers are down by 4. And they'll be back in just a little bit. All right. Yeah, let's talk about this. Let's give our grades so far on that first half. Okay, I'm going to give you my takeaways first, and then you tell me what your takeaways are. My biggest takeaways today are that Gershon Yabusele has been very effective. Austin Grell was right. The pick and pops to Gershon Yabusele have been fantastic. And guess who gets credit for that? That's coaching. That's Nick Nurse, who deserves the credit for drawing up a lot of those plays where Yabusele becomes more effective in the offense. He realizes that he's a very good three-point shooter from the corner, and so a lot of these corner jumpers are falling because he's getting wide open looks, and that's because of the play calling. Now, Denver needs to try to capitalize and do a better job at guarding the perimeter, but we're not doing this for Denver. I bring this up, though, because the Sixers have left Christian Brown wide open for three, and they've sort of done the same thing with Christian Brown. Get him the ball, dump it off to somebody else, have a little back and forth catch, and then Yabusele moves off of a screen and goes over towards that far corner or towards the near wing, and he just makes a three. That's what they're doing. That's what Mike Malone is doing with Christian Brown. How do we try to counterpunch that? Well, even though they're making a lot of their points, the Nuggets, that is, in the paint, and they're doing those things with Christian Brown, we still got to continue to play our game. They are out-rebounding us 22 or 21 to 12. They're out-assisting us 22 to 14. And yet we're still in this because we're being aggressive and we're making our shots. In the second half, the adjustment has to be, if you're not making your shots, you got to have a big lineup out there. And you have to be ready for the moment. Let's see what everybody's letter grades are so far. Let's see what everybody says. Where's RB? RB is in Aruba. I almost said Jamaica. Why is Maxey even complaining? Brian Pumper is here. What is up, Brian? Shout out to you, man. Great game, though. We're fighting. We are. We are absolutely fighting. This is like a final score from 1982, and we are already at halftime. It's funny when you put that in that perspective because it's true. We're allowing them to shoot 67% from the field. Look at this. Look at this box score, guys. Look at this box score right here. Gershon has 18 points. Maxey has 14. He's 3 for 6 from 3. Oubre has 18. We're not getting a lot of contributions from our bench. But guess who is? Christian Brown and Julian Strawther have been going off. They've gone to an 8-man rotation, and yet they're being very effective out there. The bench is outscoring our bench. They're still out assisting us, and they're out rebounding us, but we're making our shots. We're just not making it at a higher rate in the compared to the Nuggets because they're shooting 67% from the field. And even though we're making threes and they're making a lot of twos, the difference is the extra possessions. That's the difference. So second half adjustments, if we really think about it, are going to have to be the following. I know that you can't guard I know that you can't guard Jokic, but how about we try to continue to keep the ball out of Porter Jr.'s hands and Murray's hands? Again, it's easier said than done. I'm not saying that it's easy, but those are the guys that are beating you. Jokic, you can only do so much. Make Jokic into a scorer. Make him into a scorer and not have him rely on Jamal and Porter Jr. If Watson and Brown and Strawther are hitting their shots, then you just tip your cap to them. Where's RB? RB is on vacation. RB is on vacation. He's not here right now. Can I take a message? My name is Jason Joseph. This is I go by JJ on here. Again, feel free to like and feel free to subscribe to my channel and along with Philly Take with RB's channel as well. Let's see how many likes does RB have, man? How many likes does he have? Let's go to that right now. We have 162 people on here watching, and we only have 103 likes. Man, come on. Come on, man. It's RB is wearing glasses. Who is the new host? It's me. It's JJ. It's Jason Joseph. I do Sixers. I do Phillies. And I do Eagles games on my channel. I do it like an old school, like play-by-play. You're more than welcome to go like and subscribe to my channel as well. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun on our channel. But special shout out to Philly Take with RB. We're going to be on for him on Sunday too. And I hope that you guys will enjoy the cast. I know it's a little bit different, but RB will be back on Tuesday. If you decide not to come on Sunday, totally fine. I get it. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm just not. And I don't take any offense to that. But fire take, man. Fire take all the way with RB. All right, I'm going to post my channel down below. But yeah, man. So who's doing your channel? Nobody. I ain't doing anything tonight, man. Nobody's on my channel. What else? Are you having second thoughts on trading Gershon Yabusele? If you were thinking that Gershon Yabusele should be traded, are you having second thoughts about that now? Yes or no? You guys are too much. If you're just coming on for the reason to ask questions is because you're late. Well, hey, I was watching the concert last night that was out in LA, hosted by Steve Ballmer and the Clippers for the LA fire relief. And I could see everybody in the chat is like, where's Olivia Rodrigo? Where's where's Billie Eilish? Where's like all these other people? When are they coming on? Have they come on yet? All those things. And my point is that those questions get asked all the time because people tune in at different times. Keep Gershon, trade the Martin brothers. The Martin brothers. They're not even brothers, but it's funny. Trade Caleb Martin and KJ Martin. Yeah, they don't really have a lot of stock now because they're both hurt and they haven't played in about 3 weeks at the very, very minimum. So I just don't think that they have a lot of stock right now. I don't. Whatever Nick Nurse has put in this team, folks, it's just night and day. Much of a difference. It's so much different out there when you're watching this team just competing at a high level. And I know it's only a small sample size. It's 5 games, and we lost like 8 in a row. Even tonight, they're playing at a very good clip, offensively speaking. What are they going to have to capitalize on in the second half? It's going to have to be defense. You and I both know that. You can't give up 73 points and expect to win in just the first half. Like, that's a lot of points. You score 69 points, that should be good for any half. It should be. So I would still try to guard the 3, and I try to make them beat you with 2 still. I know that there's only so much that you can do with trying to contain Jokic, but let's just try to make him into a passer, into a scorer first. He's not a scorer first, so let's make him into a scorer and make him be this that way. That's it. I call the plays that Nick Nurse has been running more, I call that his tic-tac-toe plays, where he has somebody at the top of the key who will lob it over to somebody who's at the foul line. Last year, a lot of times it was Joel Embiid, and then somebody cuts backdoor to the rim. I've seen that play about 5 times in this game. That play is Nick Nurse's bread and butter. Sounds like I'm gloating over Nick Nurse. Well, he was such a zombie in the first 5 months. Looked like he lost all control. Seriously. And now, the team is brought back. Something was said. And I love it. Who cares? Yabu's more important. Well, then let me ask you this. If we're going to hold on to Yabu, okay, and let's just say we make it to the play-in, but we lose. Would you have rather, and I get that hindsight is 2020. I understand that. But would you have rather tried to get Yabusele off of your team and maybe get I think that we could get 2 first-round draft picks for Gershon if he goes to a contender. So would you have rather gotten the 2 first-round picks for Yabusele if we don't make it? I hope that my question makes sense. It probably doesn't. If Gershon Yabusele is traded for 2 first-round picks, would you do it? If somebody were to be like, like the Lakers call you up, hey, we want Gershon, we're going to trade you 2 first-round picks. Would you do that deal? I wouldn't. But if the Thunder call me and they ask for 2 first-round picks, I would do that. I'd consider it. Secret Underdog, the gamer, is here. What is up, my friend? How are you? Again, please, guys, you got to hit the like button for RB, and you got to subscribe to his channel. Okay? That's what we got to do. And if you guys want to go subscribe to my channel, I go live for Phillies, for Sixers, and for Eagles games. That's what I do on my channel. You're more than welcome to go give us a follow on there. We are so close to getting 4,800 subscribers. We are on the road to 5,000. And I'm hoping to get there pretty soon. That'd be really cool. Yes, shout out and prayers to everybody who was involved in that plane plane crash, man. I hope that everybody is safe. I've been thinking about that a lot tonight. I just heard about it. I was even coming home. I didn't hear anything about it, and then it must have just broke out, the news, when I first went live. So, yes, Secret Underdog Gamer, shout out to you. Yeah. Would you trade Yabusele for 2 first-round draft picks? Let me know, chat. 2 first-round draft picks. Hug your loved ones, man. Please. Clarence says, hell yeah. You would trade him for 2 first-round draft picks. Let's just enjoy basketball. Yeah. Vincent, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for being on here. Yeah, special shout out and special prayers to all those people. I'm thinking about them a lot, honestly. Gone next year. Yabu's gone next year. All right, again, please let me know if you guys can see the the box score down below. Oh, we're on Denver's. I'm sorry. Here's our Sixers box score. All right, we're ready. We're starting the 3rd quarter. Here's Eric Gordon, who gets it for the Sixers as they maneuver from left to right. Shot clock winding down. Maxey on the drive towards the basket. Knifes his way through the lane. Puts up a shot. He's fouled in the act of shooting. This year, I wouldn't trade Yabu unless it's a guaranteed a top 17 pick for this year. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. So Maxey's at the line. First foul shot. Maxey misses it. That's his second missed free throw today. This year his free throw numbers have dipped. He's one for 3 now from the line. When you look at his foul shooting this year, I mean, he's only shooting 80. He's actually shooting 87%, but for a while it was a little bit lower. Second foul shot, though, it's good. It's 73-70. And the Sixers are down by 3. Aaron Gordon will try to back down his defender, and that's Eric Gordon. Aaron turns around, tries to go up with a J, and he ends up winning that matchup over Eric Gordon. And it's back to a 2-possession lead for Denver. Maxey will dump it off over to Oubre, who spins and turns out of a defensive play by Russell Westbrook and hands it off to Yabu, who's in the dunker spot, and he lays it up and in for Philadelphia. They're down by 3. Murray gets past Gordon. There's a floater inside, and the bank is open for him. He was on the near side of the baseline and was able to just kiss it off the window. Maxey for 3. Got it! 2-point ball game as Tyrese Maxey answers with a firework. Here's Jokic on the drive towards the basket. Nobody can stop him. He's untouched, and he's able to make a layup out of it. It's back to a 4-point game. Maxey crosses over about 2 times, dribbles with the right hand, spins, turns, and passes it back to Yabusele, and we have a travel called. It'll be on Philadelphia. Yabusele took too many steps, and he started moving without the basketball, and Nick Nurse animated over on the sidelines. So both teams have scored 6 points in this third quarter so far. Porter Jr. gets fouled right underneath the basket by Kelly Oubre Jr. That was a nice pass. I didn't even see who it was over from. I assumed that it was Jokic, but I think it was just a foul on the floor. Nope, it was a foul in the after shooting. The first foul shot is up and in, and that makes it 80-75. Put more bodies on Jokic, man. I agree with that. Second foul shot, that one is good. Now we've got 20 already. 20 points, 4 for 6 he is from downtown. Maxey will get the ball back for Philadelphia. It's 81-75. Yabusele dumps it back off over to Maxey. Maxey gives it over to Yabusele. Here's Edwards for a 3. That's too strong. Board controlled by Jamal Murray. Westbrook will just zip on pass. Justin Edwards as he lays it up and in. Right at the baseline. Maxey gives it up for the Sixers and gets it back from Gershon. Now he wants to get going. He'll bounce it over to Yabusele, and we have a foul called, a personal foul on Michael Porter Jr. Sixers have gotten a little bit lackadaisical, I'd say, on defense over these last couple of possessions. Oubre again will try to drive it towards the basket, grabs his own miss, tries to lay it up and in again, and he's fouled. He did not make the shot. However, he'll get 2 free throws in just a little bit. I just got a report, and I wanted to hear your guys' thoughts about this. According to the Front Office Sports, and they do a good job with media news and that type of stuff, they just said that, quote, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver says he is, quote unquote, a fan of 4 10-minute quarters over the traditional 12-minute quarters. How do we feel about that? Are we in favor of 10-minute quarters? I'm not, and I might be the get off my lawn type of a guy, but I don't like the sound of that at all. I just want to hear your thoughts about that. All right. 83 points for Denver, 76 for the 76ers, and the second foul shot by Oubre. Good. Yeah. Beverly, thank you so much, Beverly. JJ, you're doing a great job. We'll be happy. Yes, sir. RB will be happy. Yes, that's great. Jokic with a little alley-oop pass over to Gordon, who tried to throw it down, regathers the basketball, and lays it up and in. Nope, I don't like it. Stick with the 12. I agree. Why are we changing the game, man? Maxey again will try to throw it. It was supposed to go to Edwards. Edwards did not know where it was going to go to, so Russell Westbrook got the rebound. He tries to drive it instead. Yabusele steals it. Maxey will solo it, and the Sixers are down by 6. So sloppy basketball on both ends. Won by the Sixers. It was a bad pass by Maxey. Here's a 3 by Jamal Murray. Way too short. Yabusele rebound. Yabu's been a big difference maker. Maxey wide open three-pointer. Money in the bag by Maxey. 3-point ball game, and Tyrese Maxey cooking from downtown. 23 points for number 0. Nice. Very nice.
Yes, sir.
Love Tyrese Maxey. MVPs in the chat, folks. MVPs.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. What's up, Scott? How are you? I appreciate it. No reason to watch the game when I have you. Good job, buddy, says Simon. Thank you so much, man. Again, if you enjoyed these like radio types of play-by-play calls, that's what I try to do. I do that on my channel. You're like more than welcome to go subscribe to me. But before you do that, I need y'all to do me a huge solid. And I'm going to take this off for a quick second. Please take this time right now to hit the thumbs up button for Philly Take with RB and subscribe to his channel, because this guy gives it his all for you guys. He does. He loves Sixers Nation more than anything. So please, 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 if you learn anything from this stream, go like this video and please subscribe to Philly Take with RB. Back to our programming. Sixers down by 3. They're 9-13 at home. They've put up 13 points in this third quarter so far. The difference has been the third quarter now. In the third quarter for the Sixers, Yabusele had 2 big plays. First and foremost, he had that rebound off of, well, whose missed shot was it? It was a rebound off of after he traveled, and then he got a defensive rebound with 8:54 to go, and then was able to give it up to Tyrese Maxey on a little hockey assist, which is an assist to the assister. And he got that. And also Westbrook turned the ball over, and Yabu had the steal. He did. He had the steal off of Russell Westbrook's bad pass. Actually, he didn't even pass it. He just stole it right from him. Lost the ball. Gershon had a steal and then threw a home run pass to Tyrese Maxey. So Yabusele has been the difference maker in this game so far. Gershon Yabusele. What else can you say about this veteran? 146 people tuning on in from all over the world. Sixers fans all over. Like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell icons as well on Philly Take with RB's channel. Let's get him to 250 likes. All right, so the Nuggets, let's see what they drew up out of this timeout here. Michael Porter Jr., Russell Westbrook having a little two-man game. Porter Jr. with a floater inside. It's good as gold for Denver. Porter Jr. give him 19 points and 6 boards in this contest so far. Maxey steps back, a mid-range J, and Maxey makes it rain. 3-point game as Denver is up 87-84. Westbrook lost the ball, almost stolen by Yabusele. Bad luck for the Sixers as Porter Jr. got the ball, and he was just in the right spot at the right time, and he just dunked it. He was wide open, and the Sixers could not get a bounce to go their way. 5-point game, 8 minutes to go in this third quarter. Yabusele tries to drive it towards the lane, throws it down with 2 hands. and it's 89-86. Sean Yabusele. I mean, every time you see him dunk, you're just like, wow, he is that athletic, and gives it his all. Missed shot by the Nuggets. Sixers can tie it with a 3 here. What are they going to do? Maxey will step back. He'll try to go to the foul line. He'll pass it out to Yabusele. Here's Oubre, who pivots over on the near corner at the three-point line, tries to drive it towards the lane, gets it rejected by Murray. 4 seconds left, though. He gets the rebound. Eric Gordon to Edwards. Edwards for a tray with the shot clock winding down. Yes! Oh, but they're not going to count it. They're not going to count it. They're going to say that he just got it off a little bit late. Oh, my gosh. Edwards had it, but he was just half a second late, and they waved it off. Didn't even see it, but they did. 89-86. Here's Denver on a drive towards the basket. It's Westbrook who tries to hit a reverse layup, and somehow he got it to go. It's 91-86. Denver up by 5. A high-scoring game between both of these teams. Sixers have won 4 in a row. The Nuggets have lost 3 in a row. Maxey with a little bounce pass to Yabusele. That spelled trouble. Yabusele still had it. And a runner by Gershon. And it's back to a 3-point game. Back and forth on the seesaw. 20 points for the Nuggets in this third quarter. 19 by the Sixers. Murray lays it up and in. Some ballet moves and some pizzazz by Jamal Murray. Give him 22 points and 8 assists in this game so far. Yabusele will get it back for Philadelphia over on the right wing, and the Sixers will go from left to right. They're in their red and white and blue uniforms with the white stars going down each side. Oubre throws it, and it's intercepted by Nikola Jokic. And Murray gets the ball stripped and stolen. The strip was caused by Oubre. Edwards will try to throw down an alley-oop pass. Yabusele, the receiver, and with a pump his fist and throw it down with 2 hands. Sean Yabusele. Murray on a drive towards the basket, lays it up, lays it in, and he's fouled. It seems like every single time the Sixers make a big play, the Denver Nuggets are a mirror, and they just respond. And so we have a 3-point opportunity coming on up as Oubre is the one guilty for committing the shooting foul. It's 95-90. Gershon Yabusele with 26 points tonight, and that is a career high for Yabu. We have some substitutions coming on in. It's Christian Brown for Russell Westbrook. Reggie Jackson will enter in for Kelly Oubre Jr. Eric Gordon's also going to take a quick breather. And there's still plenty, and I mean plenty of time. It's 95-90, and mind you, there's 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. The foul shot by Murray. He got the friendly roll, and it's a 6-point lead. All right, it's 96-90. Denver has a 6-point lead. 5:25 to go in the third quarter. Maxey will cross on over. He'll hand it off to Yabusele. A nice little pass back outside to Reggie Jackson, who's back in for the Sixers, along with Kyle Lowry. Jackson with the hand in his face. Shot clock was winding down. Couldn't get it. Yabu tips it back up and in for the Sixers. And Yabusele is sweating for Philadelphia. Bleeding and breathing the red, white, and blue, and that's Yabusele tonight. Murray on a floater inside, and we have a charge called on Jamal Murray. Where is Arby's? Arby is not at Arby's. He is in Aruba. He is in Aruba. And I'm in South Jersey. I'm filling in for Philly Tick with Arby. My name is Jason Joseph. I go by JJ. I say this is play-by-play with JJ, but that's my channel. Play-by-play with JJ is my channel. You can go like and subscribe if you want. I'm not really here to really just promote my stuff. You know, I want to support my man RB. All right, we do have a coach's challenge here. Mike Malone will try to see if he can get the referees to look this over and see if it was really a foul, an offensive foul on Jamal Murray. Man. Yabu is cooking with propane. He is on fire. Fire take, baby. It's great. It's beautiful. Sixers just can't close the gap. For now. Denver only has 2 timeouts, though. If they lose this challenge, they only have 2 timeouts. We have 5. We have the upper hand. We don't have anything to lose. We don't. We don't have anything to lose in this game. Yabu has 28. Maxey has 25, and Oubre has 20. The rest of the team, 19 points combined. Need Russ to get 12 rebounds plus assists. What's he at now for you? Sorry. Only critique. Oh, I saw Jane said this, and I can't do anything about it. Only critique, you can make the score chop, the score screen, and make your video a little bit bigger. That I can't do. This was set by RB. But he also, it's hard because on the ESPN app, if I zoom in, the points are going to get cut off right now, like it did before. See how it's now cut off? You see that? So there's nothing I can really do. See how it gets cut off right there? That's just me zooming in one time. Oh, wait, there we go. That's better. It cut off before, which was really weird. Huh. Well, it worked. It worked. Great. What are your thoughts on Podcast P? Oh, dude, he's been a liability. Look, has he had a better January? Technically speaking, yes. Okay, in the fourth quarter, though, my man has like disappeared almost every single game. And I have not been a fan of, and it's not just him. Let's be real. It was the rest of the team too, just not giving it their all out there. You're welcome, JJ. Love you. I love you too. I couldn't get it like this before. It was like cutting it off, but now it's not. So that's great. My screen, that I can't make bigger. I can't do that. So that I just have to live with this. Is Yabu better than Julius Randle? That's a good question. I like that. I like that question. Crowley X26 is here. Crowley, I've been seeing you on these YouTube streets, man. I've been seeing you on these YouTube streets. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. I see you around. It's cool. All right. Sixers will get the inbound here. And let's see if they can try to make this a one-possession game again. Jackson will hand it off to Maxey. Maxey thought about taking the three. Instead, we'll dump it off to Jackson. Jackson to Yabu at the top of the perimeter. Now Lowry wants to dribble with the left hand. He's over at the foul line. He spins. He'll try to lob it inside to Yabusele. Shot clock winding down. Yabu for 2. It was a jumper, and he couldn't get it to go. Could not get it. Close, but no cigar. Jokic at the top of the key, and he's trying to back down Yabusele. We have a little dump-off pass from Strother back to Jokic. Jokic will drive it, and he almost got it. Good defense by Yabu, and a good rebound by Edwards. Here's Maxey, who steps back and lets it fly for 3. He backs up and makes it. It's been the Maxey show in the third quarter. He's 5 for 8 from downtown. 1-point game with 4 minutes left to be played. Brown gets it over on the far wing. He'll try to knife his way over into the baseline, and he throws it, and it bounces off the shoulder of Peyton Watson, and it goes out of bounds over towards the baseline, and it's now Sixers ball. They can take the lead now for the first time in the third quarter with a bucket here. 3:40 left to be played. Still plenty of time in this third quarter. Maxey to Edwards. Yabusele bounces it to Jackson. Good ball movement. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. What's he doing? He has to move. Jackson's over at the elbow. Zips it to Lowry for a corner three. Oh, he wanted it, and it was a good look. And Murray grabs the long rebound. Again, it's Brown, or Strother, that is, who hands it off to Jokic. The friendly roll is no good. Not so friendly for Nikola Jokic. I told you got to make him into more of a scorer, and that's what they're doing over the last couple of possessions. Yabusele dumps it off to Maxey. Yabu almost set a screen for him. Maxey facilitating to Edwards, and he stepped out of bounds. He did. He was over on the baseline. He was trying to maneuver around the timeline, and he just, by the time he passed it over to Edwards, as he was running around underneath the basket, I think that he turned it over. He did. Stepped out of bounds. All right, so it's Watson who dumps it off over to Jamal Murray. Murray has been pretty quiet in the second half. He's still 0 for 4 from 3. Not really like Jamal Murray, a very good three-point shooter. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Murray at the elbow for an elbow J. Good contest by Yabu. Murray grabs the rebound, though. He hustles, and he lays it up and in. And it's back to a three-point ball game. Edwards for the tie. Hey! Nope, he can't get it. I thought that maybe he had a chance to do it. Spoke a little bit too soon, and it's back to it's still a three-point lead for Denver, and we have a foul called on the Sixers. Thought it had a chance of going in. Spoke a little bit too soon. 2:21 to go in quarter number 3. So Jokic with 15 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds. Just one personal foul for him. And 13 points for Christian Brown. Julian Strother is 10. Is 2 for 3 from downtown. Jokic tries to pass it over to Strother, and Strother, nobody was on him, and he got a wide open layup to go, and there's another assist by Joker. Jackson, Yabusele, Maxey, and Council, and Lowry in there for Philadelphia. There's Maxey again over at the top of the perimeter. Steps over towards the mid-range and puts up a shot, and it goes in. It looks like it was a little bit forced, but Maxey still got it to go. 30 points for Tyrese Maxey. Jokic got the ball stripped and poked loose by Reggie Jackson and stolen by Philadelphia. And Maxey again will try to drive it towards the lane. Knives his way through. Couldn't get the shot off. It's 3-on-3 basketball now as he goes tumbling down like a domino. And Christian Brown gets called for a charge. Kyle Lowry plants the seed into the ground. And the Sixers get the ball back with 1:26 to go. Timeout, Philadelphia. Okay, nice. Sixers can't even win one quarter. I'm just happy that we're staying in this game, man. Like, we are. We've put up 97 points in the third quarter, and we've allowed 100. But we're scoring at a very, very good rate. Yabu, Maxey, and Oubre each have 20 or more points in this game for them. I will take this product over what they were giving us during that 8-game losing streak, guys. And I know Denver's on a 3-game losing streak. But with that being said, they're fully healthy. We're not fully healthy. We're not. We're not fully healthy. Is Eric Gordon still in this game? Yeah, he hasn't really been playing second halves over these last 2 games for some reason. You're a student of Mark Zumoff, says Sports Class. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's a very nice compliment. Nobody will ever be Harry Kalas. Nobody will ever be Mark Zumoff. Not like trying to, Tom McGinnis is great. Jim Jackson's really good. I love Scott Fransky. Got to meet all these guys except for Harry. But you know, I just love doing this. You know, it's a passion, and I'm lucky. So, again, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but not a lot of people do what RB and I do on the YouTube airways. You know, I think it's safe to say. 100-97. Sixers down by 3. JJ, you're going to play the song like RB does. Well, see now. Oh, man, I knew somebody was going to ask me this question because now they got to win. You're 1,000 times better than K. Scott and Ala Abdul, blah, blah. I appreciate the compliment. I do. Hang on, Ala. We're coming in for a landing. A fresh 24 for the Sixers. I've noticed that. I didn't realize this, but thinking 3. I don't say thinking 3, but that is another one of Zoo's calls. I say thinking about taking a 3. Haha, I just knocked on wood. 197. So the Sixers down by 3. 1:15 left to go as the third quarter is winding down. Council catches over on the near corner, tries to drive it towards the baseline, and he stepped out of bounds. Did he? Did he step out of bounds? No, he was fouled. Okay, correction. Turning garbage into gold. Yeah, I try not to say those things. Sometimes I do say bang, but that's like every once in a while. Tyrese Maxey, since December 16th, is third in the league in scoring with 29.5 points per game. 197 with 1 minute to go as the third quarter is winding down. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Maxey has the ball over on the far wing. He dumps it off over to Jackson. Jackson to Council. Council has to get it off, and he does. And an offensive rebound by Yabusele. They reset it. Yabusele almost lost it. He was looking away, and then finally he realized he had the hot potato. And Maxey gets it back. He's blitzed. He needs help. He's over in between the circles. 2 seconds left. He steps back. Lets it fly for 3. Oh, he almost had it. And Jackson goes in the rebound. It was tipped by Jokic. Jackson gets it back. Council for the tie. No good again. They had 3 chances, and they couldn't come up with anything. They came up empty there. Here's Westbrook on the drive towards the basket, being the freight train that he is. Kicks it out to a wide-open 3 by Strother. Splish splash. Strother's able to hit that wide-open tray. And it's a 6-point lead for Denver. That was clutch. 12 seconds left to go. Maxey has the ball for the Sixers. 6 seconds left on the game clock. Shot clock's unplugged. Maxey crosses over. Drops it off to Council. Council for a buzzer beater. Hilbert! 103-100. And Council with everything. That's like his 5th buzzer beater of the season in the third quarter. He's hit a lot of them. And we go into the fourth quarter. Sixers have 100. And the Nuggets have 103. And we have another quarter coming on up, man. All right. Crazy. All right. So it is time for Philadelphia 76ers trivia. All right. I'm going to ask you a Sixers trivia question. And if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, however, you'll hear this. Okay. Can y'all hear those sound effects, by the way? Give me a thumbs up if you can. All right. So let's do a Sixers trivia question. Okay. 1 possession, 2 offensive rebounds, 3 shots. You can't do that, Sixers. You cannot do that. Eagles are the only team worth rooting for in Philly. Well, I'll tell you this. And again, they've won their last 4 games. It's a start. That's a start. Here's what I want to know. All right. Which Philadelphia 76er is the shortest 76er of all time? Do you guys know who the shortest 76er was of all time? I'll give you 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. AI. Is he the shortest 76er of all time? He is not. He is not. Scotty Brooks. That is also incorrect. Greg Grant. That is correct. Greg Grant was 5 feet, 7 inches tall. And he played in the NBA for 9 years, including the Sixers. Actually played for 6 different teams. So Greg Grant is the correct answer. 5 feet, 7 inches tall. Can you imagine that? So he definitely Googled that's a speed demon. Well, guess what? I needed somebody to answer it. I actually think that Dom got it. I actually have faith in Dom. I do. I have faith in Dom. Let's see if he can hold up. Let's see if he held up his end of the bargain. I believe in Dom. I do. I do. Had to give him one, JJ. Dom says, yes, I did. Bro! My guy! Oh! I defended you. I defended you, man. Oh, yeah. It's all good. It's all good. All right, here we go. It's 103 to 100. Here is a Denver drive towards the basket. It's Russell Westbrook, and he lays it up and lays it in. Sixers looking for a counter punch here. Here's Jackson again, who tries to drive it towards the lane, dumps it off the Council. Another three. Bingo! 105 to 103, and that's how we start off the fourth quarter. Westbrook gets it knocked loose by Council. Council will drop it off inside to Oubre, and we have a tie game as Oubre lays it up and in. And the fan base and the crowd explode. Timeout, Denver, as we are 50 seconds into this fourth quarter.
Yes, sir.
Oh, let's go. At least the Sixers are making it a game. All you can ask for, man. Dude, if they win this game, I'm starting to believe again. I am. Starting to believe again. Have to respect the fight from the undermanned Philadelphia 76ers, says Kyle Neubeck. Crazy. Sad that we've hit that point, though, not going to lie. See, I'm looking at it like a different perspective now because this team brought me down so many times and they made me feel so numb where I'm just like, you know what? Nothing can hurt me anymore. Let's just see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, the past is the past, and I get it. I understand. I know that not everybody looks at it this way, but I'm like just looking forward because I want to. I'm not somebody that likes to dwell, I guess, too much on the negatives, even though it is realistic. Like, they played so bad. This team was this guys. This team was unwatchable. You'd rather watch, like, I don't know. No disrespect to bowling, because bowling is a cool sport, but you'd probably rather watch bowling than the Philadelphia 76ers. It's true. It's so true. That's how bad they were playing. And I like bowling. I do. I've been saying it all along. I've been saying that all along. Nobody wanted to hear it. And that's the truth. No, golf is more boring. The bottom line is that you'd watch anything else compared to that Philadelphia 76ers product. But yes, you're right. All right. We are tied 105 to 105 with 11 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. What a ball game between the both of these teams. Council with 8 points. And honestly, he has been a huge difference maker. But yeah, you aren't wrong with that. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, though. I get it. And again, prayers to all the families affected by the plane crash tonight. I try not to be negative, keep or be sad, and I use sports as a positive light, but I'd be naive if I didn't say that, because we're thinking about those families. All right, Jamal Murray will hand it off over to Julian Strawther, and Strawther gives it back to Christian Brown, who's been ice cold in this second half. Brown throws it away. Council with a steal. 3-on-2 basketball. A dump-off pass to Lowry, and Bona goes flying through the lane, and the Sixers have the lead. 107 to 105.
Yes, sir.
Strawther for a three-pointer. Got it. Oh, my gosh. Julian Strawther able to hit a three. The Nuggets have only one timeout left, and the Sixers have 4. 10 minutes and 15 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Jackson hands it off to Oubre. Oubre thought about taking the three, but he passed it as soon as his defender was jumping. Jackson again floats it up and in over on the baseline, and the Sixers leapfrog the Nuggets. 109 to 108, a 9-3 run by Philadelphia over the last 100 seconds of play. 9:50 left to be played in the fourth quarter. Gordon gets the ball stripped, but we do have a foul called on Philadelphia. Kreslin J, what's going on? What is up? This dude is pissing me off. Who's pissing you off? Me? Am I pissing you off? I'm sorry about that. Now Jowsey says, where's RB? RB is not here right now. He is in Aruba. Here's Murray again over at the foul line. Gets the ball stripped again, and we have a reach-in foul called. Why is EG not shooting any threes? Well, Eric Gordon's not even out there. He just hasn't been out there in this second half. No straw, dude. Oh, okay. I understand. I get that. I missed you so much with the Lakers game, JJ. That was a highlight reel from the beginning. Well, this is pretty good, too, with how they're playing against another top team. Murray again tries to float it up, and then it's blocked by a Bona. Oubre comes away with the steal. He's off to the races, hands it off to Lowry for a three. It's a little bit short. Bona offensive rebound. What a block by Bona. He dives on the ground, and he's battling for the ball. Dumps it off to Lowry, and Lowry is now I was going to say he's head over heels, but he was literally locked up on defense by Strawther. Jackson back to Lowry. Oh, go three. And it's off the mark, but it wasn't going to count anyways. Bona with a ferocious block on the other side. And he said, no. But the Sixers could not capitalize and get a bucket. And there's 9 minutes and 8 seconds to play in regulation. Sixers have committed 2 fouls. The Nuggets haven't committed any in this fourth quarter so far. The Nuggets have 1 timeout left, and there's 9 minutes to go. Sixers have 4. Brown again tries to pivot. He hands it off and passes it back outside to Jamal Murray, who's over at the top of the key. Now steps into a elbow. Jay connects. Jamal Murray, 27 points, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds. And again, he's 0 for 4 from downtown. He's averaging 20 points per game this season, now 27 years old, a Kentucky Wildcat as well. Sixers get the ball intercepted by Brown, and a set free play by Peyton Watson as he dunks it. And the Nuggets up by 3, timeout by Nick Nurse with 8:25 to go in regulation. And Nurse goes back to the drawing board. We have got to play better defense, and I think that we have to put in Maxey and Oubre. Well, Oubre's back out there, but I think that we got to put in Yabu now. I do. I enjoy watching chess more than the subpar 76ers, JJ. I actually love watching chess. Is Maxey in? He is not in. He is not in right now. Got to be aware of that shot clock, man. We do. Got to be aware of the shot clock. Bro, we're at plus 600. And again, I don't advise people to bet. But plus 600 now are the live odds for the Sixers, and they're down by 3? Just saying. Shout out to JJ, man. Cool stream on a great game, my guy. Alan, thank you so much. And please, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button for Philly Take with RB. Hit that subscribe button as well. Subscribe to Philly Take with RB and hit the bell icon, I meant to say. I'm stumbling on my words. If you guys want to tune into my channel, I also do Sixers, but more than that, I do Phillies and I do Eagles on my channel as well. If you guys love my radio play-by-play types of calls, that's what I do on my channel. But I still, try to interact with you guys, and we still have a fun time. We still have a lot of fun on our channel. So go check us out. Play-by-play with JJ. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. And there is the link. I'm going to post it right now. It's right there. And we are coming back into action in just a couple of minutes. We have to get a few stops. Hello, new guy. Hello, RB viewer. What's going on, Will? What's going on? Where's my man RB? RB is in Aruba. I'm actually filling in for RB tonight and on Sunday. They play Boston on Sunday. I was wondering why my icons didn't work. Mr. Rory's here. What's up, Mr. Rory? How are you, my friend? What is up, Mr. Rory? Again, that's funny. I see some of y'all. I watch, sometimes I watch Jacob Media. They do a nice job over there. So some of y'all I see over on Jacob Media, and it's just kind of cool to actually see you on RB's channel. It's nice. Gives me a little smile. Maxey, Oubre, and Yabu combined have 80 points, dude. Dom, that stat right there is astounding to me. That's crazy. Guys, our shooting from 3 is at 51.5%. We beat the Cavs. We beat the Bulls. We beat the Lakers. And we beat the Kings. Again, I'm just saying, if we somehow find a way to beat this Denver team, are we back? I don't know. Just another question. Lowry will try to find Oubre cutting towards the basket. He wanted a foul call. He should have gotten a foul call there, and it's rebounded, and we play on as Denver has it. It's Aaron Gordon over on the near side. Another nice play call by you-know-who out of that timeout. Sixers just could not capitalize. Lowry strips it and steals it from Gordon. Council will try to drive it towards the lane. Layup is up, no good. And we have a basket off. We have goaltending called on Aaron Gordon, and it's back to a 1-point game with less than 8 minutes to be played in regulation. Banj, what's going on, Banj? How are you doing, my friend? How are you? Thank you so much for stopping back on by. 1-point game. Sixers down by 1. Murray at the top of the perimeter directing traffic. And it's Strother who is over at the top of the key. Now Murray still has the ball, though. He's trying to back down Maxey over on the elbow. And Murray's jumper. Good job by Maxey on defense. 2 Wildcats going at it against each other. And Maxey got the better end. Maxey will try to drive it in towards the lane again. And the friendly bounce is no good. And it's nowhere to be found. 1-point game still. Denver has the rock. Brown wants to ISO over at Bona. Bona trying to stand his ground. Gets it poked loose. Brown now has to pass it over to Murray to reset it. And here comes Aaron Gordon. A drop-off pass over to Brown, who spins, turns, gives it back to Gordon for a 3. Aaron Gordon with a big-time tray. And he has something to say to the fans with 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And the Nuggets still have not committed a foul, if you can believe that. Oubre will try to give it up over to Bona. The ball was last touched by Adem Bona, and it goes out of bounds over towards that near sideline. And the Sixers got a D up again. Yabusele will enter back in for the Sixers, and he will sub on in for Adem Bona. Ugh. Come on, we got to win this game. We got to win this game, man. 6:45 left to be played in the fourth quarter. It's it's Jamal Murray, Peyton Watson. You also have P.J. Hall, Christian Brown, and Julian Straw. They're out there for the Nuggets. No Jokic, if you can believe that. Oh, Jokic is there. They have the wrong lineup out there on ESPN. Here's a wide-open three-pointer by Denver. That's no good, and the Sixers trying to battle for the ball on the ground. And I think that we have a jump ball. It was Oubre and Hall who were trying to go for the rebound. There's 6:26 left to be played. Huh. P.J. Hall, 22 years old. Is Jokic in there? Is Jokic in there? Looking at the Sixers record just irks me for whatever reason, says Jedi. Sixers now have the ball. Eric Gordon will come on in for Kyle Lowry. And he does. Gordon will hand it off and dump it off over to Council. Council's looking to pass it back outside to Gordon. What's he doing? 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and Gordon throws it away. We have got to do a better job down the stretch here. We've had some bad turnovers. Why is Gordon out there now? I don't know. I don't know, man. Come on, we got to step out of this, snap out of this. 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Murray will dump it off over to Watson. Watson down low to Porter Jr., and he throws it down with two hands. It's a 6-point lead now for Denver. Mind you, they still have one timeout left. 5:45 left to be played in the fourth. Maxey will cross on over 3 times. He'll try to drive it towards the lane. He needs help. No, he spins. He pivots, and is still in the paint, and now bounces it back outside to Council. Ricky Council with a layup on the other side. No, and the ball is taken by Christian Brown. He had the rebound, and then Council lost it over at the baseline. And Murray will give it up over to Nikola Jokic. Jokic gets the ball stripped and stolen by Gordon in the backcourt for Philadelphia. Gordon to Maxey. Maxey lays it up, and he's fouled. He is fouled in the act of shooting. Denver might just be too much in the end, says Dom. Come on. We ain't losing, man. It was a personal foul. They did not call it in the act of shooting. I don't know what else they would have needed to say that it was just on the floor. I don't know. Yabusele gets the inbound pass and dumps it back off over to Maxey. Maxey to Gordon for a catch and shoot 3. Bang! Oh, my gosh. That was clutch and huge by Gordon. 3-point ball game with 4:45 left to be played. And here is Watson, who finds Porter Jr. for a 3. Oh! Michael Porter Jr. with a stab in the heart. Can the Sixers respond again? Maxey in between the circles. He has the right-hand dribble moves. Gives it back to Gordon. Another 3. Yes, sir! Eric Gordon able to knock down and cash on in another one. 120 to 117, and still 4:13 left to be played in the fourth quarter. What a game between the both of these teams. Brown will try to drive it and knife his way through towards the lane, and Jokic grabs the miss, not once but twice. He got it to go. It's 122 to 117. Fast-paced game. Fasten those seatbelts, as it'll be a bumpy finish. Maxey with a little Euro step, drives it in the lane, got it to go. Got a little layup. Sixers got to get back on defense. Jokic throws it away, and the Sixers can tie it with a 3 here, or make it a 1-point game with a 2. Maxey's calling for the inbound pass. He gets it. He's on the right side of the wing and dribbles with the left hand, crosses on over with the dribble moves, dribbling around the timeline, tries to get a layup. He got it to go. Jackpot for Maxey. It's 122 to 121 in the final timeout taken by Denver. Oh, great stuff. Let's go. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Yes. This is what I'm talking about, Sixers. This is what I'm talking about. Did Yabu score in the fourth quarter? Not yet. We're fighting, man. Heck of a game. This is unbelievable. 122 to 121 and still plenty of time to go. Down this stretch here, Denver has no timeouts. They cannot advance the ball. We have the upper hand. We have the advantage. There is no way we should lose this game. None. Let's go, baby. Come on. Overtime? I ain't trying to get that. I want to win the regulation. No with this OT, man. All right, 3.5 minutes to go in quarter number 4. Jokic with a tray. Doink. It's off the mark. Maxey got the rebound. Actually, it was Edwards, and Maxey gets it for the Sixers. Maxey, what's he going to do? Can the Sixers get the lead back for the first time in the fourth quarter? Maxey thought about taking the three, hands it off to Edwards. Justin Edwards at the nail. Maxey comes driving towards the lane and makes the layup. It's a 1-point lead, and the rally towel's waving at the WFC. 2:50 left to be played in the fourth quarter. Can the Sixers lock up on defense again? Murray has it. He'll lob it over to Jokic. Jokic being guarded by Maxey. Jokic will try to spin. He turns. The ball's battered around by Oubre, and Jokic got called for a travel. And it'll be Sixers basketball.
Yes, sir.
A crucial and pivotal turnover by Jokic. And let's see if the Sixers can get another bucket here. That would be huge. Maxey drives it toward the lane. He's looking for some help. He dumps it off to Yabusele. Yabusele hands it back off to Maxey. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He's over on the far wing. A foul is called, and Maxey's going to go to the line with 2:20 left to be played in the fourth quarter. And the Sixers will try to increase their lead by not just 2, but maybe 3. Oh, let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
All right. First foul shot by Tyrese Maxey. Good. It's 124 to 122. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Maxey rocking the dreads. He has 37 points tonight. It's been a virtuoso of a performance by him. Foul shot number 2. He got it. 3-point lead for the Sixers with 2:15 to go. All right. Gordon hands it off to Jokic for the tie. Got it. Nikola Jokic. Able to finally hit his first 3, and it couldn't have come at a worse time. 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. A storybook game between the Sixers and the Nuggets as they're locked up at 125. Maxey, dump off pass to Yabusele behind the back. Gordon zips it all the way to Edwards. Edwards to Oubre for a tray. Yes, sir! Oubre gives the Sixers the lead back. It's 128 to 125. 1:40 left to go. Maxey got his ankles broken. Jamal Murray has it. Gives it over to Aaron Gordon, who backs out over towards the three-point line. He could have taken an elbow jumper, decided not to. Jokic with a backdoor pass over to Brown, who's wide open in the lane. And it's a 1-point lead for the Sixers as Denver gets the bucket. Maxey has the rock for Philadelphia, trying to give up the hot potato and knife his way through the lane, zigzagging, crosses on over, steps back, lets it fly for three. That's way too strong. Christian Brown got the rebound. Sixers got a lock up on D. 1:10 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 128-127. Sixers out in front. Murray dumps it back off over to Jokic, and Jokic will try to body Maxey down low. He got it and won. It's 129-128, and Nikola Jokic is going to the line for one more as the foul was on Tyrese Maxey. Ay, ay, ay. How is this guy just guarding him? I know that there's not a lot of people that can stop this guy, but why is Maxey on him in the first place? The foul shot by Jokic is good, and a timeout burned by Nick Nurse. The Sixers have one timeout left. It's 130-128. Denver leads it by 2. All right. All right. Well. Down this stretch here. I like Nick Nurse, first of all, calling this timeout because I can tell that the Sixers are going to try to get a bucket on offense. I have the feeling like Nick Nurse has this team back. He does. He looks like his old self now. It seems like that he's coaching the way that he was from last year, and it's so different. And now it's gotten to the point where I actually trust Nick Nurse. As weird as that sounds, call me a fool. Call me a believer, whatever it is. I'm seeing a difference in Nick Nurse, man. So I think that we can do this. But what are your thoughts? Are we going to try to tie the game or take the lead with a 3 here? Please let me know in the chat down below. We got to win this game. Come on, man. It's 130-128. Philadelphia is down by 2. If you love Philly, take with RB. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up, man. 130-128. Sixers do get to advance the basketball. Oubre will inbound it over on the near sideline for the Sixers. It is 9:57 p.m. Eastern time. Oubre does get the ball. He has to try to get it off, and he gives it off over to Guerschon Yabusele. Hand off to Maxey. Maxey takes it over towards the cup, plays it up and in, and we're tied at a deuce. 130-130. Tyrese Maxey with a 40-burger tonight again. 45 seconds left to go. Murray steps back. He's at the top of the key. Dribbles towards the elbow. Kicks it out to Jokic for a three-pointer. Nikola Jokic with a big-time shot. He got it to go. 133-130. Maxey will pick it on up. Sixers not out of this yet. Maxey will drive towards the basket. Lays it up. Can't lay it in. And we have a foul called on the follow-through as Justin Edwards tried to lay it up and in himself. And I think that actually the foul was called right before Edwards got the rebound, so it'll be Maxey who heads on over to the line for another pair of foul shots with 34 seconds to go. How about Joker, man, just hitting 2 big-time threes down this stretch. But Maxey has been nothing less than sensational. The first foul shot by Maxey, he got it to go. 360 people tuning on in. 133-131 at the Wells Fargo Center. Maxey with 41 points in this outing tonight. Not an all-star. Second foul shot by Maxey. Good. It's back to a 1-point game. Got to get back on defense. Let's go. He will pick up the basketball over at the logo. Screen comes by Christian Brown. Murray still has it at the Toyota side. He's being heavily guarded by Tyrese Maxey. Sixers down by 1. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. 20 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Murray has the ball. He's double-teamed. He's blitzed. He has to throw it. He gives it up over to Jokic. Jokic heads down the lane with 4 seconds to go. Jokic's layup is good. And it's back to a 3-point game. Sixers will burn their final timeouts, 135 to 132. I believe we had a timeout. Yes, we did. Okay. 12.7 seconds to go. Now what do? Do we go for a 3 here? Do we go for an easy 2? I don't know if I like the timeout called there. I don't know. I guess that you kind of had to do it, but nonetheless, a hard-fought game. A very hard-fought game. And I come away with a lot of positives again from the Sixers in this one. And we'll talk more about it during the post-game show, because we are going to have a little post-game show. I will not be able to do the Discord phones, though. But we will have some things to talk about. Good things tonight, honestly. It's 135 to 132, and the Sixers are going to get the ball back. Another blackout, man. Another blackout. I can't understand why. Can't understand why. 135 to 132. I can't understand why we're getting blackouts now. Makes no sense. We'll watch it on the phone again, because why not? 12.7 seconds to go. I might be a little bit behind now, so just factor that in there. Still unavailable. All right, 12.7 seconds to go. And it looks like Eric Gordon's going to inbound it here for the Sixers. No timeouts remaining for either team. Gordon will try to inbound it for the Sixers, and he'll give it up over to Yabusele. Yabusele to Oubre. What's he going to do? Oubre will try to drive it towards the lane, gives it out to Yabusele. A reverse layup is no good. Oubre got the layup, though. It's 135, 134. Foul called as Murray gets the inbound, and Murray will head to the line for 2 free throws. I mean, I would have just tied it with a 3, man. Like, what do you have to lose at that point? 3.3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now you're just going to have to try to pass it and try to get you don't really get a lot of time to score because there's no timeouts left. 135 to 134 with 3.3 seconds left to go. Murray is at the line for Denver. And foul shot number 1 by Jamal Murray is up and in to make it 136 to 134. Trying not even to look at Twitter either. 30 points by Murray. He's 6 for 6 from the line. 6 rebounds, 11 assists. Murray with the second foul shot. Here it is. It's up. And it's good. All right, so Oubre will inbound it over to Yabusele. 1 second left. Yabusele with a prayer. It's up, and it's no good. And the Sixers lose by a final score of 137 to 134. And Nikola Jokic outduels Tyrese Maxey in what was a thriller of a ball game. And the Sixers go on and lose a heartbreaker to Denver. But there's a lot of positives to take away, and we will talk about that in just a little bit. Crazy, horrible execution down that stretch. We'll talk about it. I don't know why we didn't go for a 3. I didn't like that play call out of that timeout. But there's a lot of positives to take away from this game, and you shouldn't keep your head low. All right? And let's do that right now. Let's do that, man. Good game. We fought hard. But in the end, Jokic was too much for us. Okay. Yep. I feel, man. I feel. At least be proud of Maxey. I'm yes. All right. Well, let's talk about this, okay? Let's actually talk about this right now. Okay. Was it a heartbreaker of a loss? Absolutely it was, okay? But really, when you think about it, it's not. Because guess what? This team has played so bad for a long stretch of time, and now they're playing good basketball, okay? We knew that Denver was going to be tough. We knew that it wasn't going to be easy. And Denver was on a 3-game losing streak, and we almost had them. We put up 134 points. That should be good enough for us to win. Yes, our defense was terrible tonight. But I can't hang my head down low because I feel like that this is the one team in the NBA where you were just like, you know what, they're fully healthy. And for them, this should be embarrassing. This should be really embarrassing for the Denver Nuggets because they lost without Joel Embiid, without Paul George, without Caleb Martin, and they were fully healthy. And we went toe-to-toe with that team. We did. We went toe-to-toe with that team. And this was a win in my book. Moral victories are a thing. And I've been saying that I hate moral victories. But this was actually a good one. Crazy. This was a great game. This game had drama. This game had intensity. This game was everything that you wanted as a basketball fan, except that your team didn't come out on top. And the truth of the matter is, who would have expected us to really win this game? We were still in it. I told you that they would at least cover that spread. I did. Was I wrong about them not winning? I was, but I wasn't wrong about the fight that this team continues to show with Nick Nurse and the rest of the team, man. Our 4-game winning streak might be snapped, but to me, this is a win in my book. Ricky Council played his butt off today. He did. Tyrese Maxey had 42 points and was a stud and played like he was an all-star. And Kelly Oubre had 27 points. Oubre is great, man. Oubre has been very good for us. What happened? Why did we lose this game down the stretch? Let's talk about that. Let's go back to when this game. Let's do this right now. Okay? Can you all see the screen here? Can you see the screen? It's right here. Okay? Let's do this. Okay. Let's go back and let's take a look at the play-by-play for the final 3 minutes. Okay? Let's look at this. The final 3 minutes. We'll go to 123 to 122. Okay? Maxey makes the first foul shot after Jokic travels. We're up 125 to 122. Jokic makes a wide open 3. I said that if you make Jokic into a scorer, have him beat you that way, Jokic beat us that way. And you tip your cap. Sometimes you just got to tip your cap because Nikola Jokic is a great player. Not the mindset that you want to have, I can understand. But look at this. Oubre then hit a 3 to make it 128 to 125. And then Brown made a layup. Where we lost the game, we had to be perfect down the stretch. Maxey missed that 27-foot. I'm not blaming Tyrese Maxey here. Do not get it confused. I'm not blaming Tyrese Maxey here. But us not scoring with this 114 mark right here was pivotal. Because Jokic, they were just going to spam giving the ball to him down the stretch, and it worked. We couldn't get a bucket at the 114 mark, and that, down the stretch, was the game. That was the game. We can look back at X's and O's. Let's go back to what happened in those last 12 seconds. Okay? We're exchanging buckets left and right. And yet, what happens in this 12-second mark? What happens with this 12-second marker? We come up with a play that's designed for Tyrese Maxey to pass the ball. Maxey has the hot hand. I'll get on Nick Nurse for this. Maxey defers. He can't defer there. But the play call was supposed to be for Oubre to go for a 2, and they took too much time off the clock. That was the problem. Would you even call that timeout in the first place? I probably wouldn't have. I would have tried to go for the long 2, take some time off the clock, play the foul game, and then with 5 seconds to go, call the timeout. That's what I would have done. But the inbound play that was supposed to go to Oubre, the play was called for Oubre. It took 8 seconds. 9 seconds because they had 3.3 seconds left on the foul. Yeah, it took 8 seconds. You can't take that long. Can't take that long. That was a bad play. They didn't run it quick enough. They did not run it quick enough there. That was bad. But again, we asked them for these last 3 weeks if they could just play competitive basketball. And tonight they did. You're not going to win every game. And I'm okay if they lose this game as long as they continue to play hard against Boston, Dallas, and Milwaukee and Detroit and whoever else is on their schedule within the next 5 games. I think I named them all. But did it suck that we didn't win? It stings a little bit, but it doesn't really sting that much to me. It doesn't. And this team has given me so much this year. So much heartbreak this year. So nothing can really bring me down. I look at this as more so of a positive. We shot the ball 52.5% from 3. They shot the ball 52% from 3. They're a very good offensive team, and they were fully healthy. And we lost undermanned, and we kept it a 3-point game. One word to describe that game. Comment down below. Edward and Council should not have been in the game. Bonus should have been in the game. I'll say this. Justin Edwards and Ricky Council were playing better than Bona was. Bona did not have a good day today. He had that nice block. I'll give him that. But Bona off the bench had just 2 points. He was a -5. Council had 10 points. And Edwards has been playing pretty good. Maybe not today. He shot the ball well in the first half. I'll take Edwards and Council's play over Adem Bona in this game. I will. Just realized you have a scar under your chin. No, it's just a bald spot. Right there. That's a bald spot. On my chin, nothing's there. But yeah, they fell short to the Nuggets. But again, no reason to hang your head down low. None. Was it disappointing? Were there things that you would take back in this game? Of course. You knew that this team was going to get out rebounded. The one possession that irked me. I'll tell you this: when we had 3 offensive rebounds, and yet we couldn't come up with a point or a bucket on that possession. That was annoying. That was frustrating. We basically played the championship Denver team tonight. Yeah. And I thought we went toe-to-toe with them. I did. I thought that we went toe-to-toe with them. So, as long as they can still, I said 3 out of the next 6 coming into today. You know? 3 of the 6, I said. They lost this one. They still fought. They played hard. Now let's see if they can beat Boston. If they can beat Boston, that's great. 1,000% blame Nick Nurse for keeping the bums use in down stretch in the third and then the fourth quarter. We were making runs. Maybe you saw a different game compared to me, like in the moment. And I'm not like trying to be mean or anything. I'm not trying to be mean at all. But sometimes, like when you're just looking at it from just like like a set of eyes, you see different things. That part I didn't really see. I did not really see that. I saw down that stretch in that third quarter, it was 96-95, and then with a minute and 30 seconds to go, it was still a close game, and we kept it 103-100. Council had a 3. Maxey had a nice little floater with a minute 51 left to go. But again, the problem was in the end of that third quarter was that that was when we had all those offensive rebounds, one by Gershon, the other one by Reggie Jackson, and yet we still couldn't make a bucket on that possession. That was crucial. But I thought that the rotations were good. I didn't really think he had a bad day today, Nick Nurse. I thought that his play calls were great. And unfortunately, the defense just couldn't live up to their end of the bargain. But also credit Denver for making good passes. Jamal Murray was beating them by passing the ball, and Nikola Jokic at the end beat them by shooting the ball. Make him into a scorer, and he won. Tip your cap. Maxey is now 4th in the league in scoring. Tyrese Maxey today had a phenomenal game. Tyrese Maxey he was a superstar today. Again, he was a superstar today. He did everything. This was like, I don't like to make this comparison, but this is like the best comparison I could make. This was like Patrick Mahomes going up against Jalen Hurts in the 2022 Super Bowl. Jalen did everything to keep you involved in that game. Hear me out. Had a chance to come up with a game-winning drive, and he gave the team life and gave them a chance. Tyrese Maxey tonight gave the Sixers chances, especially down that stretch, but just ran in to a better guy. And that was Joker. That's what he did. So, those are my thoughts on this game. How do we feel about this? What grade are we giving the Sixers tonight? I'm giving them a B. I don't like losing. I don't. And it might seem like, well, you're very, lackadaisical. Like, you only care about effort and you take moral victories. I know that you guys don't know me like that because you guys are, you tune into RB a lot. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think that this was the worst thing to happen. Yabu bringing the ball down the court on the last play was horrible. It was. And again, the play call was supposed to be for Oubre. It was supposed to be for Oubre, and they took way too much time off the clock. First and foremost, if you're going to call a timeout, it needs to be for a 3. in that possession, in my opinion. If you don't call a timeout, you get a quick bucket and you foul immediately. And then you use that timeout for a 3. And the ball needs to be in Tyrese Maxey's hand. That's the moment where you live and die with Tyrese Maxey taking that final shot. If you're going to go with that 2-point play, you can't take 8 seconds off. You took way too much time off the clock there. Has to be a little alley-oop or something that's really quick that draws the defense off line. Jamal's a member. What's going on, Jamal? How are you doing? We had too many bad decisions defensively. Yeah, we did. Again, I'm not excusing the defense. I'm not. We gave up a lot of wide open shots. They shot 52% from 3. Can't win like that. That has to be brushed up on. I agree with you there. But thank you for becoming a member, my guy. Shout out to you. All right. I think that's going to wrap things up for us, man. We've reached the 3-hour mark. I will be back on Sunday, okay? I do. I think that we will be back on Sunday. Do you think that we would have actually won if the game went into overtime? Seriously? No. I don't. I don't think that we would have won if it went into overtime. I think that we would have been too tired. And I also feel like that with the way that Denver was playing down that stretch, they found their groove back. And you had to be perfect. Maxey missed that one bucket with 1:17 to go. And then we take up 8 seconds on that timeout after that was called. Can't do that there. You had to be perfect down that stretch. And you just weren't. And again, I'm not blaming Tyrese Maxey. Thought that he played really well tonight. So, all right. Before we sign off, we have 100 people on here. Let's get RB the 200 likes. Okay? If you guys want to go follow play-by-play with JJ, we do Sixers games, but we also do Phillies and we do Eagles stuff on our channel as well. Okay? If you guys want to go follow, you're more than welcome to. I'm on the road to 5,000 subscribers. I would appreciate if you guys did come on over and subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot. Lila Tova, everybody. I'm done. I'm done babbling. Sixers lose by a final score of 137 to 134 to the Denver Nuggets. The Sixers end their 4-game winning streak. And they next play on Sunday against the Boston Celtics. Now I will catch you all on the next one. Lila Tov. Good night.